Ant Town while we're...
Sorry, its official name is Goose Town.
Cecilia would see if they have any sort of like...
You will address it as Goose Town.
If they have any sort of transport for like cattle that they usually do.
Thank you.
Cecilia would look into if they have any transportation for cattle that they usually do.
I mean, they can put you on a barge if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Okay.
More or less.
I mean, barge don't care what's on it.
I probably would if we're staying the night there. Drink a little bit at their tavern just because I did before. And mostly just to say hi. Not really like doing much, just saying hi and such.
Are you staying the night there, or are you just passing through?
I figured I don't know what time it is in game. I figured it was late enough that we would want to stay the night. If we could just passing through, we could just pass through.
That's up to you on how long it takes you to get back to Threshold.
What do you all think?
I'm good either way.
That is not the response I was hoping.
That's my honest response.
Does anybody have a strong opinion about staying the night?
No.
Then I figured we'll just go. I probably would still get a drink though while I'm there just to say hi.
I mean, I think we should spend the night due to the fact that we departed Second early in the morning, and it is now nighttime. And by the time we get back to Threshold, we're looking at pretty late at night.
That's why I asked. That's why I asked about time. If it's nighttime, then yes, staying the night makes perfect sense. That's why I asked.
Yeah, I think it's probably nighttime by the time we roll in there.
Then, yeah, stay the night.
Yeah, then we can stay the night. I recall you saying that there was probably going to be a storehouse that we can store the guy in.
Yep, just set Shield in front of him, they'll be fine.
Oh, Cecilia's going to also keep watch for
Shield
a bit.
Shield is the lock. Because Shield doesn't sleep.
I know.
Yeah, just have Shield go into his meditation mode. Hand on the guy's shoulder. He's not going anywhere.
Oh yeah, because he's still tied up. Can't move, and then Shield just sentry mode.
Alright.
Okay, so long rest.
In the town, around the place where the anthill was, you notice a couple unusual structures with some of the ant people moving about. It seems that they have figured out some way of coexisting with the people of the town.
Huzzah.
The people in the town greet you, are glad to see you, remember everything you've done for them. A couple of them buy you drinks. Your drinks are pretty much on the house.
Heck yeah.
Otherwise, you do a long rest, and you're looking for a barge to take you back to Threshold with all of your camels, right?
Yep.
Call it 1 gold, and we'll be good there.
Right, are we rolling a d7 to see who pays?
Cecilia can't.
Are we rolling a d6 to see who pays?
Drusus will pay.
I mean, I don't care either way.
Cecilia has 5 copper to her name.
Drusus now has 2 copper to his name after paying that.
This is each, or?
It's in total.
Okay.
So has Drusus been keeping track of his expenses expended on behalf of the Empire?
All right, he can bill his house for it, can't he? He can do that. He can have an itemized receipt.
300 gold to bring back a character.
Can Cecilia, as a worker for the house, also claim?
No.
Her alcohol expenses as living expenses?
No.
Your expense report should go at the end of the session. Anyway,
That is true. That is a
If
very
they-
granted. This is the United States. Medical care isn't free. The United States of the Roman Empire. Capitalism, ho.
even then, if you have national health insurance, does that cover your health insurance while you're outside of the nation?
I mean, if you really think about it, Felix could frame this as a life insurance scam. He died. He's due his life insurance, and it's all in the slime's name. Ignore the fact he came back to life. He did die, which means he's entitled to that money, right? Why are you locking me up? And sitting me in front of a magistrate? I didn't do anything wrong. I died. I deserve that money. Why are you locking me up? Why are you putting duct tape over my?
I mean, look, if you're looking for insurance schemes, you have to find someone to sell you insurance first.
I'm kidding. It's a joke. That just seems like something Felix would do.
All right, so we're headed back to Threshold. Okay, we're fine. All right, we head back to Threshold. It's a pretty uneventful trip, other than the bobbing of the barge and the camels, and the unusual looks you get from everybody about your camels, especially the more inland you get, or seaward you get, I should say. So you've arrived in Threshold. What are you guys planning on doing here?
Turning the man in.
Well, first off, we need to go to customs, and I need to somehow techno babble them into insinuating that I'm the best person to examine the camels and write a report on it, which I wanted to do anyway. I'm half kidding. If you're just going to ask that I hand them over completely until they've been verified, then I will, but I probably am one of the better people to actually examine it and make that call, as long as I provide an in-depth report on exactly what they do and what to expect, which I wanted to do anyway.
He will advocate that you be a part of, that you be allowed to be present and partake in the verification process.
That's fair.
All right, so your customs officer looks at the camels, wants to know if they're livestock or if they're magical items.
Well, yes,
Yes.
they're kind of okay. This is a question that I'm pretty sure there's no actual magic in character, right?
Um,
Oh no.
Or would you ask me to make an intelligence roll?
Detect magic.
I don't have detect magic yet. We are level 3.
Magic when it comes to artifice is one of those
That's kind of what
complicated.
I know my answer. I would probably go into a little bit of technobabble about
For-
how it's technically magic, but you can replicate it with physical components just charged properly. And
for the
basically
record,
giving a non-answer. Like, they're definitely not livestock, but it's iffy on if there's magic actually present or not.
you're Pinocchio instructor too.
What?
I'll find the gift, but in the meantime, detect magic is a level 1 spell.
I don't think artificers get that, and even if they do, I don't have it. Unless someone else wants to detect magic. But I'm pretty sure in character I would probably I wouldn't lie, but it is kind of iffy on whether it counts as magic or not.
Well, try and persuade him that it is not a magical item and it's just a piece of livestock, and that you should detect accordingly.
No, because we're definitely saying it's not livestock, because it's not.
So what
They
are
are-
what
They aren't
would you call
alive.
it?
I
If it's not
don't know.
livestock, not a magical item, what is it?
It's a mechanism.
Okay, I don't have detect magic prepared. I probably could have said I did.
Good,
I have
good. Well, you might need it prepared, but we've got it as a ritual.
I do need it prepared. Okay.
Yeah. So yes, we can go with the transportation device.
Yeah, it's
bit.
I think I would try to say
Vehicle.
it's kind of like no, because they don't know. Okay. I mean, yes, they would know what a vehicle is, but they wouldn't understand what makes it
Vehicle
go.
is a proficiency. I think they know what a vehicle is.
Yeah. We could always gesture to a shield and say,
We
"Is this
could.
guy
This is
magical?"
true. We could. This is true.
Shield technically is magical.
Okay, but I don't know that because you won't let me poke at him. I'm kidding. It's a joke. Please
All
don't
right.
hate me, Peng.
So to be clear, we're trying to convince customs here that the camels are non-magical and they're not livestock, so they shouldn't be taxed as livestock. They're more like a wagon.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, I'm okay
Yes.
with paying
Just
taxes.
go with the yes. Don't confuse the poor man. He's just a customs officer.
No, I mean, I would be
Uh,
okay with paying taxes if necessary. I just want to be on the team to take them apart or take them apart myself.
he's
Yes, but I'm worried about the
customs-
taxes as the person who has to pay the taxes.
Fair enough. Then should
customs
you,
man
then,
isn't
should
very
you do
bright
that then with
to
me?
begin with.
I don't think I'd be able to assist because I do not have proficiency in that. But I was assuming then that's so. Then who's doing it? Then would that be you or would that be me?
Oh,
So yes,
we've
we're trying to convince him that they are vehicles.
More or less, yes.
Shield's got items that need to be handed over.
Oh yeah,
Right.
we got quite a few, but we're on the camels right now.
We're dealing with the camels first. They are the most obvious thing here.
All right, so the camels, would you say they're more like a wagon, a cart, a chariot, or carriage?
Probably carriage, since they're mostly for single person riding. They can be used for combat, but not built for it, like a chariot, and not designed to haul things behind them.
Well, that would be more in line with the chariot being 1 or 2 person per unit.
Okay, Sai, I need to bring up the entire goal of this was not to technically lie. We're not lying. It's complicated.
No, but Pinocchio doesn't actually lie.
Oh,
That's the point.
Okay.
Because through that entire clip, his nose does not grow.
Fair enough.
Okay, so you're claiming they're more like a carriage each.
Yes. Though I don't know who has to roll persuade there. Well, yeah.
Oh
Somebody's
my.
you guys are helping me, right?
I
Yeah.
would try, but I don't have proficiency, so I don't think
Wait, I
That
don't
you
have-
don't need that. Help just gives me advantage, which that's still crap, but it's better.
We'll
Guidance is
help you.
guidance is a D4, not a D20.
Shield.
I helped.
That's not
No,
how
you
help
didn't.
works.
Help gives me advantage. You don't roll for help.
I would probably step in once you start to flounder and try and elaborate on what exactly it is. Maybe
I think it's too late.
deliberately using complicated words. I'm using it. Damn.
I could have provided some guidance. Some clerical guidance.
It's a little late.
Please tell me that's not 88 gold they're charging for the damn camels.
So if they're more like carriages and you want to bring them in here, tax on carriages currently stands at 11%. You're going to have to, and that's 8 of them. So 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're going to have to.
I have 9 carriages, so it's 99 gold.
How much is a chariot?
100 gold pieces each is a chariot. Camels
Oh.
are only 50 gold pieces each.
No, carriages are 100 gold pieces each.
Oh, wait, chariots are 250 gold pieces each.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Why is a chariot more?
Because it's 2
Warfare.
horses and the actual chariot.
But there's no
Shield will
horse
pay
trophy.
this. So is it 88 gold?
88 gold to import them all cleanly, and since they're not magical, and he kind of the way he says it kind of gives you the impression that he doesn't quite believe that they're not magical, then I suppose they don't have to be quarantined.
Well, shit. I can't pay that.
Did I hear Shield was willing to pay for the camels?
Can Shield
Yes,
afford that?
but he wants reimbursement.
Yes, that will taxes can be in the expense report. Drusus is willing to pay most adventuring expenses himself, but taxes can go in the expense report.
I expect reimbursement.
I can't tell if you're staring at me menacingly when saying that or Drusus.
You better not be looking at Drusus menacingly.
He's not looking at anybody menacingly.
You sure sounded menacing there.
That's just because he's Shield.
Fair.
That's just
Is
because he's fed up with everything.
is chariot higher generally because it's more of a war vehicle?
Probably because a carriage isn't necessarily armored.
I mean, it does hold more horses, but yeah, fair enough. It's weird.
Yeah, and I'm not so sure that a carriage gets you, like buying a carriage, I don't think gets you the horses for it.
Oh, I don't think so.
No, I think that's more, well, I think that's more per person tax, whereas a cart's for the goods itself.
I think it might be like the chariot's expensive because it's kind of exotic.
This is the Roman fucking Empire.
Yeah, exactly.
I do not think they count as exotic here.
I mean,
Nah.
in general D&D terms,
I know.
they're exotic.
I know what you meant. I'm just nitpicking.
Anywho, I digress.
Anyway, so anything else to declare while you're here?
I don't have anything. For all I know, we left things behind.
Yes,
Every magic
We've-
item.
exactly. Every magic item: the breastplate, the swords, the gloves. Well, whatever the hell we had.
The goggles.
The
Yeah.
goggles.
Swords? What swords?
I'm throwing out random buzzwords at the moment. Don't mind me. It's more the fact that we've got
Oil.
things in the thread. So it was the the gauntlets, the breastplate, and the goggles.
And the oil.
Wasn't there the wrench too?
Oh, and the wrench, the rod of
That
which
depends.
bolt.
It's an onion.
Is
We don't have the
mayonnaise
onion
an
is-
instrument?
Wait, what
No,
oil?
Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
The onion that was in the same crate and box as the
scented
oil,
oil.
and the goggles. The onion was in that box as well.
I mean, we can declare it, but I don't think that's a magic item.
None of us
I
have
mean-
used type magic on it.
I mean, we could see if it's magic, but declaring it it's better to declare it and not need to have declared it than the other way around. Every time I go through customs, it's that way too. So
All right. So each of these magic items is going to spend some time with our local wizarding guild to ensure that they are not likely to cause harm to the general populace before being returned to you. It'll take about 4 weeks.
Mm.
They're going to be returned to Drusus or to the
At
individual?
the end, we'll print you off a receipt here, or write you up a receipt. And at the end of the quarantine period, you may stop by the local magical university, pick up your items, and be on your way.
Question. And I admit, someone's free to give me a swift kick in the ass if they don't agree with what I'm about to do. In character, like, I would know bureaucracy takes long, but would I at least have a good idea of how long it takes to do this process? I assume I would.
It takes an apprentice casting identify on the thing and writing down all the properties that they can to record it, giving it an official serial number, having it stamped by a higher level mage. The process itself, the actual process, takes all of what is identified 10 minutes, an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the bureaucracy that makes it take an entire month.
Well, that and who knows what kind of other things they have to do, how many magic items they have in backlog, that sort of thing. This is a port town after all.
And how long they have to kind of watch it for.
And how
Did
just
they-
lazy they're being.
I would probably at least mention I know how long it takes. I don't think it would be 4 months. Like, maybe a little, maybe, or not
It's
4 months. Like,
1 month.
right. But I mean, I'd
4 weeks.
probably at
Yeah.
least mention that it definitely should not take a month. I understand I understand there's a lot to do, and you do have to have back and forth communication with the mainland. But there's no way it should take a whole month.
You think you're the only person bringing magical items into the port?
I did not want to say that. Now, I'm also going to mention that Drusus can and should stop me.
He points at a pile of items and says, all of these have been declared as magical of some sort or another by their by people bringing them in. We've got a large influx of people coming into the port lately. They're all bringing all their household magical items with them. You think you're special and get to skip to the front of the line?
I never once said that.
In a word,
my words.
yes.
He coughs, rubs his fingers together as he says this next part. You think you're really special? Fine.
Expensive.
At some point, I would probably roll my eyes and back off. Like, this
Shield
isn't
just
like, fuck this. This is not worth it.
Shield just stares at him.
Because I've probably had enough of the Empire's bullshit at this point.
I take it we're. Wait, are we all here, or did we? Or are you just?
I'm
Having,
at the
No, wait,
I at
Grep
the
is
very least
here.
have to be
Sorry, I thought they were away from the session for the time being, but no, sorry. It's Ceratos that's missing.
are we? No, I mean, are we doing this as soon as we enter, or before we have a chance to kind of part ways, as it were, or are we? Or is this go into town and go into the main government building and do it there?
You're not getting
immediate.
through customs.
We have giant camels. They would probably not even let us off the boat.
The
Okay,
harbor,
so this is still at the harbor. Okay.
yes, the harbor master has had his people visit you.
In which case, Anar's going to nod and just make a note.
Like, I'm visibly irritated, but I'm not going to quest it anymore just because I don't have the energy, and this would be a good time. And it would give me time to actually write my report. I need to grab back.
So the question would be, if we're not going to expedite the process, are we going to sit around for a couple weeks before heading back out, or are we just going to immediately head back out?
We're gonna go back out.
I'm sorry, you're just going to go back out? You're
Well,
drop-
not
I thought we were.
not like immediate, but
I thought we were gonna have some downtime.
not 4 weeks of it.
Not for weeks, but
I just hand you a story reason for 4 weeks of downtime and nobody takes it. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know,
Well, but
I'm
you've
for it.
also told us that if we sit around doing nothing, things will happen in the world.
Well,
he also said that things would happen, but you know, that's if we really start ignoring major plot events and start doing side quests the entire time, a la Skyrim.
we had some in. Like Cecilia has some information that she wants to follow up on and do some research, if possible.
Oh yes, Drusus also has inquiries to make.
And
anyway,
like,
if we're
the
not paying
potential-
the process, then he'll let you into town.
Well,
mean-
I don't think anybody has the money to expedite the process unless somebody wants to give them, say, a cup of gold, 5 gold.
Cecilia would definitely be bribing to expedite the process if she had money.
Drusus is wondering why people on official Empire business and not just vacationing or moving around are not given higher priority, but that's not a question for this gentleman. So he will not ask him.
Just wonder aloud. It's above my pay grade, is what he's going to say.
Exactly. It's about my favorite.
He would wonder it aloud later.
A lot of people coming in, though. You can even see that the harbor seems to be full of ships and that people are getting off, and customs seems to have pulled in extra people
I'm back. Sorry.
than your usual port activity.
So what's going on?
We're debating if we want the 4 weeks of downtime or some activity during that, but
I would
leaning 4
probably
weeks.
dryly mention that I need time to investigate the camels.
Well, then we can stay until you're done with that.
Now,
I could do downtime.
now, of course, the problem here is that, and I have gone on and on about this mechanic, and it still pisses me off. The fact that if I do anything other than work on Undercommon, it instantly makes it take double time for some fucking reason, which really frustrates me.
Because learning new things, starting and stopping the task is not good for retention.
I realize that, but instantly doubling it for critical things. Like, I get it. I get it. I'm not mad at you. I'm just frustrated because it seems like, what the hell? It almost seems like it's not worth it. If I'm going to do my job as an engineer, it almost seems like it's not worth it.
Well,
Which is what frustrates the hell out of me.
so it doubles it. So I will say, mechanically speaking, there's a difference, and this would ultimately be up to Dream, but there's a difference between So like, what does it actually say?
I got the
Yeah,
downtime activity, but I don't see the.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it again. It's
Yep.
something along the lines of blah blah blah, up to double time, yada yada, could double costs.
I don't see
You
that
skipped
under
all
the
the parts
training
I needed.
section.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you could just like say that you had a local,
Under the training downtime activity, I don't see that listed.
I mean,
I'm pretty
you
sure
could
I
just
thought
say
it something.
like you could just say you have a local help translate or some shit.
Okay,
I
here
do.
we go.
Cecilia.
Hold on. Resolving activities. The days of an activity don't need to be consecutive. You can spread them out over a longer period of time than is required for the activity, but that period of time should be no more than twice as long as the required time. Otherwise, you introduce extra complications and possibly double the activity's cost to represent the inefficiency of the character's progress.
But we don't have any cost at all. So
What do you mean?
with
You
Cecilia
Time
teaching,
cost. Time cost.
A character must spend at least 8 hours of each day engaged in the downtime activity for that day to count towards the activity's completion.
I will say you are probably already in that because that doesn't say downtime days. That's just days.
Okay, but we're not spending 8 hours learning a language while we're actively moving.
That's what I'm saying. Is since you're not doing that, you're probably already in this double time.
So what you're saying is we're hosed regardless.
it's not
Yes.
costing.
Well, no,
It's
you're right. It's
time
not
cost.
costing you in
It's
money. but
costing
it's
double
costing you in
money.
time.
I'm thinking time is the problem. The time cost.
It doesn't say costs double time though. It says it cost.
Does it?
No, it doubles the costs, which is the money costs.
No,
We
no,
don't have money costs.
a character must spend at least 8 hours of each day engaged in the activity. Days of activity don't need to be consecutive. You can spread them out. Is
No,
what
no,
it's saying.
Fee's right. Fee's right.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
now, it. So, no, what it says is that if there is a gold cost and you spend more than twice as long as prescribed trying to get the thing done, then
Yes.
you increase the gold cost.
Or
And
you get more
possible complication.
Yes. So if
complications.
so, Dream essentially could introduce complications or could roll for complications as a result of your inefficiency, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything bad.
Okay.
Like we don't have any increased time or anything. Like if Cecilia wants to spend like 2 weeks investigating 2 different things right now as well as spending
Okay.
2 weeks teaching you.
Right,
And you
like
also have 2
if
weeks
Dream wants to if Dream wants to say it's going to take you twice as long as prescribed because of the inefficiency, he can do that. But that's all DM side. It's not necessarily anything bad.
Because
think
the
I
other
think
thing
it's
is we did at least 8 hours to circuit, from circuit to Goosetown, and then continuation on from there. So could that count towards a downtime activity? I mean, in this case, you're going through language. It's
Right.
not like you're scribing a scroll or brewing a potion or something like that, to where you would need a dedicated focus on that. You can do it as you're writing, assuming you're not just writing the language itself, which could possibly be done at a later time.
Okay.
And the complications for training are D6s. Or,
And if you're the trainer, none of them really apply. Actually, search. Thank you.
I mean,
like none of the training complications have really any issues there. Which is thankful because like with one of us devoting our time to help
That
you
is true. The
teach you,
training complications kind of don't mean anything. The only thing that would matter is like with stick, and even then, I don't think so.
I just kind of see it as basically because Cecilia's like we both have to have spend our downtime doing it. Like Cecilia's just wasting her downtime anyways when she could be doing it somewhere else. So that just minimizes your costs, and that's
Right.
just kind of
Right.
I mean, there's a number of complications that could happen. It doesn't have to be the ones on the table either.
That's true. Look, what I want to do today in character is probably nice one. What I want to do in character is probably write a letter home. Before any sort of downtime stuff.
okay.
Potions of copper and languages are apparently going for 10 gold each at the apothecary.
Ah, yes, that thing we can't afford because we just spent a whole bunch of money on taxes.
Well, we might get paid by the. We secured an alliance, so we might be paid.
Maybe.
Blub hands you 10 gold and then walks away.
But that's not
Commit various crimes.
but that's temporary, right? That's for 1 hour.
That's 1 hour.
Plus one use.
Yep. Now, learning it, yes, you're going to spend your time learning it. That's fine.
I mean, I'm not spending this time learning it. I can't. And that's the
I'm going
problem.
to commit various war crimes. Goodbye.
Bye. Please don't.
No. Regular crimes.
I guess what I'm saying is let's deal with my and Cecilia's stuff later. If Cecilia has to be a part of it at the start anyway. To help translate the book. So let's deal with other people and things first, because I want to write this letter up anyway.
Gleb, are you just doing crimes your entire time for downtime?
Maybe. Probably.
Please don't destroy it. Please don't destroy another house.
If you are, go ahead and get me your rolls because I know you're going to.
I'm still thinking about it.
I was going to ask before we start downtime stuff. Should we get paid?
Yeah, well, I was going to have Gleb just give me his rolls for the things he's doing because, like I said, he's going to have it earlier. But it can wait either way.
I mean, getting paid takes, 5 minutes?
All right. So you want to stop by and talk to the prefect, right?
Yes.
And what are you telling the prefect?
That we were successful in opening diplomatic channels. However, the 8 of us that went there specifically should not be tasked with returning to the land, and essentially he'll give the whole spiel about how they believe the desert is cursed, and that we had to go in there to open these channels. And so anyone sent there in the future should be aware of this. And brief synopsis of what's going on in that desert.
All right, are you telling him about the magic item you had to recover? Like how?
He will separately. He will bring Cecilia and Anar in to talk about that.
Separately, Cecilia separate from Anar?
No, the 2 of you together, but without
Okay.
anyone else.
Okay.
Just the 3 of us, the prefect, and if he wants to be there, the legate.
Should I deafen so that I can't listen to this? They're just gonna do it in private.
Not sure.
Kinda depends on where Dream wants to go with this. Because, I mean, it was already, I mean, we've already talked about it in DM. We were told about it in DM, so that's basically what Anar would say in to the prefect.
See, I'm gonna say it depends on how well you think you guys can keep character knowledge and player knowledge separate, and whether or not you want to actually go ahead and cover the vision and everything here.
I will probably just deafen because it hasn't been mentioned at all, even out of character. So I'm assuming there's a reason for that, and I'm assuming I should deafen if that's what we wanted to do, or if you wanted to discuss it here.
I mean, it's not too bad.
It
If I
does
wanted
not
to
matter.
s-
You have been
I
keeping
mean,
secret for a
if
reason.
it,
I have to deafen.
I mean, if we really want to play that game, it's not anything that we all don't already know.
Is that true though?
Given the history of this place, yes, pretty sure.
I feel like there's a lot in that vision that people don't know.
Hmm.
Or at least implied within the vision that people don't know. Or don't even
See,
consider a possibility.
maybe the implication on that.
Me just sitting back.
Um, well, how about this? I'll let News decide whether or not we want to tell the group. And
I'm
we'll
okay.
just do this in open. I'm not I don't
I
particularly
mean,
care either way.
I'm with Dream. If you feel you cannot keep in character and out of character knowledge separate, you should probably deafen, and we'll ping you when we're done.
Yeah,
If
that sounds.
you feel you can, though, we're not like gonna make you.
I mean, I can, but I figure there's a reason it hasn't been mentioned up until this point. So I'm just gonna go ahead and deafen because I've got I'm writing up stuff anyway.
More
good?
more method acting. There's not a problem with that.
I'm absolutely method acting. Sound good?
We'll ping you, I guess.
Sounds good.
Do you want everybody to?
No, that's
Again,
good. If you think
again,
you can keep it separate.
if you feel you can keep it separate from your in character and that it will not color how your character acts, then you don't have to do anything.
I'll deafen.
Only Drusus, Cecilia, and Anar know this at this time. Okay. So that would be Ken and Fine Boy that are still here.
Bacon,
So-
I know can keep things separate.
Yeah, I'll probably forget it anyway.
Okay.
Fair
That's
enough.
fair.
Yeah,
So-
I mean,
so-
I can,
so-
but I also might forget too. So I'm not. Plus, since I'm streaming, I'll just leave it undeafened.
So
Yeah,
we'll preface this with right now. Spoilers are going to start. So if you're going to deafen now.
Spoilers begin here. So the prefect, I assume you tell him you have this thing you want to talk to him about in a special session about a vision,
Yes.
and he will bring in. He says, "Wait here. This will need to probably involve my close advisors."
Mhm.
And he brings in names of people. He brings in a somewhat younger, balding man. He seems very conscious of it with a comb over. And also, the next person he brings in is Iovita Sayas.
Gesundheit.
Oh my.
You've met her before. You rescued her, in fact.
Interesting.
Oh boy, this is going to be fun in front of somebody who we think is a fox.
Prefect.
Lovely.
This woman is an advisor?
He sighs and turns to you. I would rather have the advice of her father, Aquilinus. But while you were away, he had an unfortunate accident involving a pet owlbear.
And Anar in his mind is air quoting accident.
And I take it the legate has done the due diligence on her?
What do you mean, the due diligence? She
Well,
really respects him.
when we turned her over, we talked about this to him and the legate. About how we had suspicions that she'd gone native.
Yes, well, I can't find anything worth anything that it allows me to lock her out without many questions and many things that my political opponent use against me. And I assume you're saying this quietly, and he's discussing this quietly with you.
Yes.
So unfortunately, whatever your suspicions may be, you're either going to need to prove them, or unfortunately, she's important to the people of the 11th prefecture and represents powerful interests. You understand?
What was her name again?
Iovita. Probably Jovita, but
I don't think I have any of that in my notes.
I don't know that we honestly ever asked her name. That's something we forget.
That's actually probably why I don't have it in my notes.
you probably did ask her name. It probably, I don't know. Here's what's in my notes on her.
All right. Well, nothing to do. Just those
Highly
two.
sus. Awesome.
Says unless this is a military matter, in which
It is. It very is.
then he will summit the legatus and have him join us. All right, so just make sure you have names. He introduces the balding man as Sola and brings in the legate, who you, of course, already know the name of.
Mariuso. Mariuso. Yes.
Yes. Ganasio. It says, since we're all well acquainted here, what is this that you have to tell us that you say is a military matter?
Well, first, we shall report on what we have that is concrete, and Drusus will explain the man they brought with them, who should now be in holding cells of the 5th Legion, that he, during his battle cry, he expressed loyalty to Tuso Mesnor Salusa, and that we now have confirmation that the 5th Legion is operating in that area.
Did you just mumble the legate's name?
No, I mumbled the name of the sergeant of the 5th Legion.
Oh, okay. Because it would have been funny the other way too.
So we'll start with that.
Olus Carentia. That's it. Carentia. Olus
Yeah.
Carentia.
Wait, which one's Carentia and which one's Salusa?
Carinthia
Olus
captured
is the sergeant. Yeah,
Okay.
he's the captured sergeant, and Tuso's the legate.
Yes, well, yeah, Salusa's the legate of the 5th. Okay.
But not the legate of the. Oh wait, never mind. We're
That
the
man's
11th.
legate.
No. We're the 11th. That's the 5th.
Right.
Nope.
Yeah, Dreamy. That's why I just didn't. I just skipped the last name.
petition to not have name generators. Like that.
Petition to skip any consonant combinations that don't exist in modern English. Reroll those.
If you can't pronounce it, you shouldn't do it.
Canasso.
No.
Canasso?
All right. So do they have any questions about that part before we move on to the other part?
They
The part or why we keeping this
find
quiet?
that concerning, but you know, do you know anything of their plans or anything of that nature, or
Anar, would you?
that they are indeed on our borders?
So it is first worth stating that in order to open the diplomatic channels with the Empire in Setsi, we had to retrieve an ancient magical item of theirs that their people used at their empire's peak, that they say allowed them to speak with the gods. We can at the very least say that it has some sort of divination within it. We were able to verify that it does give divinations that, while up to interpretation, if you interpret it correctly, are accurate. And while retrieving the item, these two had a vision, a divination, from the item that is the same, and I will allow. And he waves at Anar since he's the record keeper. And then
Cecilia
he'll
will.
just like tell Cecilia that she can verify as we go.
Cecilia will bow, and Drusus mentioned.
Yeah, Anna will nod. I need to go to this one. I need to find a better way to highlight this. Well, first of all, we felt a presence touch our mind. Not too certain what it was, probably the object itself. But he goes into the vision. We saw a statue of Amelia holding a spear. It's tipped over and it breaks into 12 pieces, one of which attempts to attack the others but is broken by them. And then the voice was said, her dream is ended. And then you see the Emperor on his throne, or we see the Emperor on his throne, being stabbed by a richly dressed man. And that's the vision.
Well, Drusus will add that within the vision, that I think Cecilia, were you the one who recognized
Yes,
him?
Cecilia will point out that she recognized the figure in the vision as
Crispus
being
Catus,
Crispus Catus, the
Lord the Fifth.
Lord of the Fifth Prefect, former Lord of the Fifth Prefect.
Yeah.
So the prefect looks at his advisors, looks at the two of you there who had the vision, and says, "And what else happened?"
We snap back to reality.
I will say, Lord Prefect, that this is a divination item. It typically gives visions of the future.
The pharaoh we met up with, or the high priest that we met up with, mentioned that. No, sorry. He, no, it was the mummy. Never mind. I'm trying to think of a way to word this.
One who had used and was familiar with the item?
The area that was guarding it was let us know that the area that it was found in gave information about the on how the scepter was used to bring prosperity by listening to, or by the pharaoh, the leadership who acknowledged the visions.
But as they chose to ignore the vision, the entire land that they were originally in went to pot.
Yes.
Which is why that direction is desert. They were cursed by the gods.
So they believe.
Well, the point is they didn't heed the warning of the scepter. And now they're using it as a can opener.
You didn't say that in character.
No, I didn't.
Cecilia will reiterate that this warning was present in the area that they had retrieved the scepter.
Solus speaks up and says, "This is no new information. The we all know that the traitor stabbed the emperor. He wounded him in his attempt to take over. The and the statue with pieces attacking each other, whatever that happens to mean. I mean, at this point, we know that the emperor himself had been wounded, and that there's no new information here. What makes you think that this is a military matter? It sounds like not ancient, but old history at this point."
Cecilia will bow. This was a scepter that was a powerful divination tool that was sought out by foreign powers for the utility of the scepter itself, and to have experienced division. We thought it was important to bring it to your attention.
My lord, this tool is a tool that tells of future events and advises on future events. As such, whether this be literal or metaphorical in the figure of Cadus representing the remnants of the Fifth, we feel that the Fifth is plotting a renewed attack, that they are not simply sitting around and waiting and attempting to survive on our borders. That soon they will make an attempt to strike at us and to strike at the Empire.
Iovata speaks up and says, "How long have you been back?"
We arrived today. If you mean within the Empire's borders, he will, however long it took us to float down the barge.
Well, no, but you arrived back in town today. That's the important part.
Yes.
She says, "Then I should tell you of the other news. As you may have noticed, our ports are full of refugees coming from the mainland, from the old empire, as it were."
We were unaware they were refugees. What has caused this influx?
The prefect kind of has a pained expression at old empire on his face.
Ooh.
Drusus will kind of raise a "I told you so" eyebrow at him, but
And he says, "Yes, it seems that things have been heating up in the West." And he says, "I have information that should not leave this room, at least for now."
Are we Byzantium?
We're about to become. Wait, what?
Cecilia gives a silent nod.
He says, "Where the emperor has been listed as wounded, the prefects themselves and few others know that he did not survive Crispus's treachery. And now the prefecture has sent me a letter," and he pulls it from within his toga and basically says, "I'm just going to summarize this before I burn it here in the presence of everyone here. That the other prefects, those of the first and third, have declared themselves the new emperor publicly, and have begun to fight with each other. The other prefects have been doing so quickly since, and this will soon spread to be more common knowledge outside of Threshold. I'm sure as we get more refugees, but for now I'm holding them here in town.
Do we expect any infighting among Threshold? Or the
I'm hoping there is any that it is retained to the city. Only those I authorize with official business will be allowed out of it. Myself and my advisors, we plan to soon sail to Port Amelia and set up there for now in case of trouble. And he puts the letter to a fire and puts it in a bowl made for burning things. And as you watch it burn, he says that this is going to mean more trouble. We're going to see more people thronging to our borders. We don't have a good place to put all of the ones that we have already arriving. And in the coming months, it's just going to get worse. My advisors and I are going to work on plans to figure out what to do here. But if the 5th Legion are indeed planning some kind of attack, that is the last thing we need. For now, I have not declared myself as Emperor. I have rebuffed all questions of who I owe my allegiance to with when an Emperor sits upon the throne in Solium, then they shall have my answer. But until then, we are far distant from the concerns of the West. That they all not bring their conflict here, but allow us to stay in peace, for we serve the Empire, and not any of them individually.
Incredibly wise and diplomatic, Lord.
But the situation is not likely to last. I congratulate you for bringing us an alliance, but I fear we will need more land, more troops, more allies.
Okay, so real quick, out of character question.
Yep.
So this of the stuff in the Empire's borders right now. This like upper forest is basically elf territory, right?
This forest up here
Uh-huh.
is basically elf territory. They don't like outsiders.
What about the other 2 forests?
Not that you know of. I mean, the goose people are right on the edge of it. There's other villages. There's another. Here, I'm just going to quickly copy that.
There's one down here.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. Drusus would probably actually say this more informally, either to the prefect himself or to one of the advisors. He would suggest putting this in the hands of the people themselves. Encourage, provide them some basic resources and encourage homesteading in these areas that, as far as we are aware, are clear of hostile sentience.
Yeah, I'm just going to mark out because the official cartographers will know where villages are. Give you some villages.
Or at least within the borders.
Yeah, that encourage them to essentially build their own homesteads, make new villages, and that can be a solution until we can expand outward.
Manifest Destiny.
Yes.
Yes.
Homestead Act is literally what I thought of.
Yeah, I know. That's where I knew you were going there with that. There just to refresh my own memory. There's 10 on the mainland, and then we're the 11th prefecture here. Yes.
Yes, you're the 11th here.
Okay, and just to make sure it wasn't a typo, there was the spear split into 12, right?
Yes, it's split into 12.
Okay.
We Drusus would kind of wonder aloud and ask to the others if they could have any idea what the 12th piece would represent.
Possibly the well, Anar will quietly mention the oh hell, what's it called? The fifth, the remnants of the fifth, the deserters.
So they would be considered separate from
They
the
could,
traditional 5th in this vision.
because the original fifth is still out there.
Well,
These are
this is the
deserters.
original 5th. Actually, the loyal 5th is the new 5th in a way.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is they're still
Yeah, there is
and
still a 5th.
prefectures.
You are correct.
Exactly. So they would be a fifth with a caveat, and that caveat could be a 12th.
You know, I was kind of hoping it was something else.
I mean, it could be, but this is just Anar's musings to your question.
Celia would be like, it is hard to tell with divination sometimes, young master.
Well, one of
Be
those
something.
12 pieces attacked the others too, remember?
I suppose that's why we have divination experts for that sort of thing.
Yep, not me. I'm a scribe.
Eovisa goes, could it be the Emperor's own family?
Perhaps. That is a solid theory.
In
But
fact,
it's meant to be whomever this 12th is, or at least one of them anyway, attempts to attack the other, but is broken by them.
Eovisa,
Question.
in fact, my own blood makes me the Emperor's cousin 5 times removed.
Former college roommate.
Yes.
But basically, we are distant cousins.
Drusus will do that noble respectability nod.
In fact, I'm sure many other families can say similar. Although, I wonder how closely.
Are we concerned that any of these cousins outside of the prefects may attempt to make their own claims?
And are you content at the moment for not making a claim?
The prefect says, I have no blood of the Emperor in my line. I was appointed for doing my duty recently.
He meant more like the first and the third.
As far as others making their claim, I'm sure that every cousin of the Emperor who can put together a mercenary company is going to come out of the woodwork. But if we can leave those problems in the West while we focus on our own, that would probably be best.
Indeed, discord is bad for attempting to form new relationships and alliances.
However, we should not turn a blind eye to the West.
In a way, dealing with the 5th here is attempting to solve the problems of the West, at least partially.
Is it, though?
Considering this would be a prime opportunity for the 5th to try again and use the chaos to their advantage. Speaking of,
We had the who was it? It was oh man, I need to scroll back up for his name. Crispus. He was certainly ambitious enough in order to attack the emperor, but is the new person, the new legate, Tuso, is he ambitious enough to follow in his footsteps, or is he just happy to?
Prefect, the true reason that I wish to keep this quiet is because part of the concern I have with this divination is that the Crispus that was tried and hung in the capital was not actually Prefect Cadus.
You don't believe it was?
I would still err if you made me say yes or no, I would still err on the side of yes, but I have concerns that Cadus may yet live in secret and is operating the fifth from the shadows, perhaps under this assumed name.
You think the one we executed was what, a body double or doppelganger of some sort?
Prefect, are you implying that none of you all have ever had body doubles?
No.
It is quite possible, and as while a foolish man for challenging the empire, he was certainly clever enough in execution, and it is quite possible he planned for such a defeat. Drusus will turn to the legate and will essentially ask if there are any of his men that maybe were not assigned here initially, but have been transferred since the war, who were involved in the capture of Cadus and may be able to shed some light on what happened during that operation.
I mean, the first is the one that finally broke the walls. We arrived later with my troops. I led that campaign personally. I have to say, the blood that we all saw when we finally got into the Imperial Palace, it's more than enough for a lifetime of war.
And I imagine in their current focus, the first would not be too open to such inquiries.
I could make my concerns known to the other prefects. They all are still maintaining friendly relations because we provide many supplies that cannot be found easily in the West any longer. And I think they're afraid that if we cut them off, they will be in a weaker strategic position than their neighbors. And as long as the gold and silver keeps flowing in this direction, I see no reason to hasten that.
Indeed, I might suggest simply asking through legates and military channels, perhaps old war buddies in the other legions or other legates who may be able to make some inquiries within their own men or recount their own stories rather.
And we'll have to see what we can find for those returning and those who come back over. After all, it is a long way to the west. And while magic may be able to help bridge the gap at times, it is expensive and unreliable.
Indeed, we do, Prefect, with your permission, we would like to look into this further on our end with the fifth remnants here. However, considering that this is likely a sizable force, we do not wish to do so without returning and seeing what support the legate may be able to provide us.
The legate says, should they be a threat, you simply need to let us know and we will prepare a campaign at once. With your permission, of course, Prefect. He says it should be investigated to find out what they are and what they are doing, being near our borders there.
Drusus will tell them about the essentially small fortress they have set up near that town.
Yep.
And I suppose at a later time, more publicly, we can work with the legate on a plan of attack for that. That one everybody can be here for.
As you say, it should be investigated. I'm sure there are other matters as well after you complete your investigations. But for now, he says, see my head of household on the way out, collect your pay for your people.
Lastly, Prefect, while you're on the mainland, who shall we be reporting to on matters?
Please, once you leave here, plan to return. I will give you, of course, pass to leave here whenever you should so choose. But when you return, I would recommend you return to Port Amelia for contacting me.
I see.
Should there be trouble here, the legate will be remaining behind for some weeks in case of trouble at the port, marshaling his men. But after that, he will probably leave soon after you yourself do. And we will leave it in the hands of the city guards. But hopefully by that point, I and my advisors will have come up with a plan for lessening the pressure of the refugees from the mainland. Of the West, I should say.
Indeed, sire. We wish you luck. Will you be bringing along Lord Centenius, referring to his father, for your negotiations?
He is already in Port Amelia, preparing my way. Otherwise, he would be at this council.
Drusus will nod.
And I will make a note to remember that he's what will hear that matters. At some point, you're going to have to give him a first name.
Daddy.
I can work on that.
Daddy Centenius.
We'll go with Silius.
Silius Centenius?
That's Silius.
If that's what you want to name him.
You know, it's like the Roman version of Silas.
All right, so Silius Dadius Centenius.
There we go.
Anything else, or is the perfect you and Everybody else
Alright.
is being allowed to come back.
Yes, we are dismissed. I will ping the two.
Cecilia will bow and say that she'll go on ahead after being dismissed. She'll collect the pay afterwards.
Drusus will say the head of household for the pay.
Mhm.
And we'll divide whenever he sees people.
Yep. So Cecilia's going to go outside of the building and hang around until he sees hang around in the and kind of shadows, just kind of loitering, waiting until she sees Iovita leave. And then
Is Pang just dead then?
There he is.
Hi, Pang.
Oh,
Welcome back.
So Cecilia's plan is just to kind of tail Iovita. To see where she ends up going.
I mean, she'll return to her villa.
Okay. Okay, then Cecilia will meet back up with Drusus. Cecilia would have also used the disguise self during this time. Just
Are you having fun, Sai?
Yes.
I see.
Yes, I am.
I see.
In general, for everybody, you've all gotten paid. Your 64 gold.
Hooray!
Yay.
Oh, I guess okay. That works. I would also like to point out that money per person is less than the tax that was paid on the stuff we had.
Yes.
Yeah.
wait, so we all get paid?
Yes.
Yes.
We all got
64
paid.
gold.
You said 64?
6-4.
6-4.
So six gold, 4 silver. Then
No,
I'm kidding. I
60
heard,
gold.
I heard you.
We'd have a problem if that was our pay for that.
If our pay was 6 gold and 4 silver, I would have been very upset.
Go
Fine.
on strike.
6 platinum, 4 gold. Is
Right.
that better?
It was a joke. It was a joke, Dream. I was kidding.
Am I getting
Um,
that 88 gold back that I spent for customs or whatever?
108 electrum pieces.
You know, I'm actually. Are you okay? You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this.
Yes, Pang. We
150 Caesar's Palace tokens, redeemable only in Caesar's Palace.
we
So
would
with a
file
3,
that
I
as
so
we
with
would
a
file that
3
as an expense with Drusus's house.
So with a 3, I actually am going to deduct the 64 gold and have it be 128 election pieces. I'm actually just gonna do that.
Shield.
Yes.
Add another 4 gold. And are paying you back.
Oh, how nice.
Another what gold?
4.
4.
You are officially getting paid back. For what? I don't remember.
Because Anar didn't have enough gold in order to cover bringing Felix back.
Ah, right.
Thank you.
So anyway, there I was committing crimes of various natures.
Anyways, I started blasting.
I'll be honest. During that entire conversation you guys had, I started playing Resident Evil 4.
Nice.
Fair enough.
All right. So, Drusus, I suppose it's up to you. How long before you decide you're going to head back out?
He would ask Larisha for an estimate on camel study.
And I'm going to ask the DM for an estimate. Including the time necessary to translate, which would probably take. We could probably file that under a week of under a week of undercommon study, if Cecilia wanted to do that and was willing to.
Anar's going to be nice and ask Drusus if there's anything he'd like researched.
To learn all there is to know about the camel inside and out, take it apart, put it back together with proficiency is going to take you about 3 weeks.
So I would probably estimate 4 weeks, which lines up nicely with.
We got back to that 4 weeks number, damn it.
So, I mean, that kind of works out if you think about it.
Okay.
Strange how that works out.
Drusus
So a week of the
would-
book, or like,
Yeah, which
Okay.
I assume would count towards undercommon. Probably.
Drusus
'cause
would muse about the ties of the prefects to the empire, and each prefecture's roles, importance, histories, especially how involved they were in putting down the fifth or lack of involvement would be more interesting.
All right, so all of them are known to have been involved. All of their armies marched on the capital as soon as word got out what was happening. So they were all pretty personally involved. There was a lot of anger to it.
Mm-hmm.
None of them sided with Crispus.
Then none
Crispus.
of them were even Crispus Catus. So at that point, he'd mostly be looking for. Most of the information he's looking for is actually stuff that Anar wouldn't find. That it'd actually be more prudent to ask Felix to look into. More stuff you'd find in back corners and underworld, info sessions and library.
Dream, did you name that person?
It has a P.
Crispy.
Crispy.
He was made very crispy and
I
then
asked
dumped in the
again.
ocean.
Dream, did you name that person?
Yes, I did name that person with a random generator. Just like I named.
Okay. You
A
win
website
this.
named that person.
So you win this round. You win this round.
That doesn't mean that I didn't say, "Ooh, nice pun."
Okay, you're officially back in hot water, mister.
So anyway, I started stealing.
I think they want to steal, so.
All right,
And
so
then
you want to do research on what lineages and stuff, or
Yeah, lineages. Any changes in like any major changes in or controversial changes in prefecture leadership. Anything that could be good to have for the coming storm, like anything that might be used in a metaphorical war of words, should the 11th make its own claim to the throne or end up siding with probably either the first or the third. Those two would be the main focus. Would be the first and the third, as they seem to be the two major contenders. And Drusus will say that he doesn't know if the library has any back channels of information, but if they do, those might be the best place to look for this kind of thing.
do you want to spend any money doing this?
Let me look at the downtime activities.
For research?
Ease.
Yes, for this type of research, I'm going to waive the initial 50 gold because they're a library. There's going to be a library and you're a government official, etc. But if you want the +1 bonuses, you're going to have to definitely spend the extra 50 gold or any other +1 bonuses.
If it's 50 gold per +1.
Pretty much.
Drusus is kind of broke.
Yep. So,
Damn, if only you had a slime buddy who had a bunch of gold on him.
He's off committing crimes.
Exactly.
Alternately, if Drusus and I both were working on the research, what would that entail?
if both of you are working on the research, I think you're just going to have to both roll separately.
Okay.
If you wanted to mention that you needed the money or whatever, you could do that, and I probably would have helped out if you asked anyway.
He wouldn't.
Okay.
Hey, Dream.
Shield would like to do some more pit fighting. It's been
Of
a
course he
minute
would.
since he.
He needs to get his knuckles wet.
Hey, Dream.
Yeah.
See my question there in the chat?
I assuming the answer is a hard no on that.
So, question. So you're waiving the gold cost, but it says in here that a character who has access to a well-stocked library gains advantage.
That library is only moderately stocked.
It's the Library of the Empire, I think.
It's the Library of Alexandria, and it's been a
Basically.
It's the Library of Threshold, and yeah, I'll give you the advantage.
Yay.
As Anar works there, can he get super advantage? No, I'm kidding.
Maximum over advantage.
Wait
Yes.
till I hit to maximum overdrive. Nah, I knew I should have just gotten advantage.
So the question is then, is Drusus going to be looking this up, or is Anar, or is both?
I mean, some of them are grounded. Both of you do it, right?
What? You're at +3 intelligence, right?
Or
Mm,
surprisingly enough, no.
What do you mean no?
I'm at a +2.
The hell's wrong with you? You're a wizard.
He's not very good yet.
Wait a minute, hold on. Did that? I need to go back into my character sheet. I think I screwed something up when I went in to see about.
I was gonna say, this don't sound right.
No, it doesn't.
Very sad. Fair enough.
But I can't think of anything else that Drusus would do since he can't afford high class carousing.
Also, is there anything that would I'm trying to think of magic items I could also try and buy that would help me commit more crimes and just be stealthier in general?
I changed my race in order to see about the lineages that Pengu was talking about earlier, and I forgot to put the pluses back into it. So yeah, it's a +3, and will be a +4 once we level up. Yeah, that's looking better.
So Drusus would not spend any money, but unless something comes up during the time, he would spend, for the purposes of downtime, all his time researching with Anar. Still take care of all the noble obligations and such, but free time would be spent researching.
Whereas I need a side hustle. A job is a side hustle.
All right, Gleb, if you can think of something that would help you, like if you can find a magic item that would help you within the rarity of like rare or less, then we'll look at the buying magic item stuff. But like Potion of Invisibility even is very rare,
Oh yeah.
so it's going to be outside your price range. Trust me.
I figured he was going to try and
100%.
steal it. I figured he was going to try and steal it.
No. That was something like a magic item would be under way too high of security for someone at my level.
You can slurp.
Yeah, but I can't slurp with the magic item back out.
I like this
Also,
third roll.
Yes.
Nice 23.
All right, how many
Me.
weeks spending doing the research here?
As unless something comes out that requires Drusus's attention, he would spend all 4 weeks on it.
Is it just going to be intelligence, straight intelligence roll?
That's what it says.
You said rare or less.
Rare or less. Talk about the buying magic items, but it's still probably out of your price range.
Okay.
Oh, that could have been better. Yeah, Anar will do one more on top of that, and he'll probably work that last week because wizards need the money.
Your rolls are also better than mine, so.
I mean, that being said, we've got 3 rolls that are above 20.
In character, I'm going to chalk this last week up to he didn't have Anar's help, so that's why he struggled.
Fair enough. What is the work roll? Need to remember. I mean, it says
We still get one piece of lore from the 6, oddly enough. The 6 is still a minor success.
What do wondrous items mean?
those are things that generally can't be categorized, like a drift globe and things of that nature.
Okay.
So they're not a weapon, they're not a wand, they're just wondrous.
Fair.
So for working, it's going to be intelligence as well, but I don't get advantage on this. In the library. Yeah. No bonus money.
All right. Both of you come out to 8, so at least by my calculation here, if I'm wrong, let me know.
3, 6, and a 12. Hold on. Whichever the one that is.
12 is 2.
12 is 2.
Anar, I think you come out to a 7.
No, because he's...
12 is 2. So yeah, 3, 3, and 2. Yeah. So that would be 8.
No, you got 3, 2, and 2. 20 is still 2.
Oh, nope, you're right. It is 20.
Yeah,
So
you come out to 7. Drusus comes out to 8.
I don't know how you want to track this, but basically your next 7 or 8 respectively history checks that involve like people of the Empire just auto pass and let me know and deduct it from your account.
Alright, I have found 3 items that I would like to find. What? Well, not all 3, but like one. Like I have 3 options I'd like to find.
But that's for people of the Empire only, okay?
Sure. What?
Or people,
Got it.
things, etc. You just know it now.
So you're saying is you need to pick impossibly difficult people and such. Like there's incredibly obscure and just auto pass. I'm kidding.
Look, like if you say you want to know everything about Eovada's claim about being the 5th cousin of the Empire or whatever, then of the Emperor, and whether that holds up, then you tell me and I'll tell you that yes, it's true. It holds up, and that that is exactly what she is, or something of that nature.
So the next history checks for people of the Empire are auto success.
pretty much. Or if you want to know, like, what does the house that what's his name comes from, the like, what does that house do? What is it typically involved in? Then I'll just give it to you. You know, that kind of thing.
All right.
Think of it as mini legend lore, but for Empire specific things only. All right. Larissa is taking apart camels and putting them back together and doing it undercommon.
Yeah, I'm so just to confirm then the 1 week is fine for the book stuff and not 2.
Sorry, 1 week is fine for what?
Is 1 week fine to say like for translating the book or whatever? Is that fine?
I was just going to have, if Cecilia is willing to work with you all 4 weeks, then you've got 4 weeks of training, not tough undercommon, while you translate parts of the manual and while you're
we
taking.
can do that.
I can do all 4 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, we can count all 4 weeks for that. Really?
Yeah, because you're going to be spending 8 hours a day with a thing written in a foreign language, and that's probably more to your taste anyway, because you're actually doing things.
Okay, fair enough. I figured it was just going to be the 1 week so that Cecilia could have 3 other weeks to do things. But if we just want to do that and get it down to 6 out of 7, I'm completely okay with that. That is completely fine.
It'll help hand wave a little bit of it too.
Yeah, that's perfect.
She is willing to give time for this.
Right. Okay. And then, oh, sorry, Fee, go ahead.
Oh, I can probably add one more expense to my expense
To the
report
receipt.
meeting. Yep.
If
A military
nice.
saddle.
Oh, really? Ooh. I mean, if we're gonna do that, I'm absolutely gonna purchase one.
Yeah. So nobody has been reimbursed for anything yet. Like I said, there needs to be an expense report turned in.
Right, but if we want to do that,
Well, I
like,
DM'd you one.
Here's my expense report for committing crimes.
I didn't even think about a saddle though. Purchasing one, even though I don't know like what the stats in that would be, that sounds like a very wise decision.
The regular saddle doesn't do too much. The military saddle gives you advantage on staying on if you're to be knocked prone.
Sure, why not? And how much is that?
A military saddle cost.
Because if I can just purchase that and Cecilia can file it under the expense report, if she wants to do that, I don't care. I'm willing to buy it just to buy it.
20 gold pieces each for a military saddle.
So if Cecilia wanted to add that to her expense report, she could. I'm just gonna go ahead and deduct that and add that if that's okay.
Yes,
Because
deduct it, and anything you put in the expense reports may or may not be denied. So,
right, can I just have Cecilia put it in hers?
I'm gonna put in 2 military saddles.
Heck yeah,
And
that works. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, Drusus will file a full expense report for the 4 of us.
And then,
okay,
so if we are going to confirm this, okay.
I'll just post this in main then.
Right. So, Dream, I've got one more thing I need to confer with you with. And that's I wanted to send a letter the day we got back to the mainland.
Gio, did you want a saddle?
Side saddle. No.
yes, you can send a letter back. You're just going to have to give me some idea of the contents.
Yeah, I actually already wrote it out. I'm gonna go ahead and DM that to you if that's all right. And then I need to have a scene with Cecilia.
Okay.
All right. So, before we get to that, Gleb, are you crimes all 4 weeks?
No, I was going to use one of the weeks to look for a magic item, which is what the 3 items I sent you. Those are the 3 items one of those 3 items I'm looking for.
Okay, you sent me here.
The first one is what I want the most, but the other 2 are like, if I can't find that one, I'll look for those.
Yeah, give me a second.
They should all. I believe they're all uncommon, which is buck wild for that second item.
That first one is uncommon. So bag of tricks. All right, I could swear that one had different.
There might be other versions of it, but
Bag of tricks. I thought that was just the one. Unless no, there's like two or
There's
three.
different
there's like 3
colors.
versions.
I thought the different colors had different.
Different
They do.
colors have different creatures. Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
Had creatures, but I thought they had different.
Rarities? No, I don't think they do.
So let me get to magic items B because I just want to check the bag of tricks.
Bag of tricks, uncommon. Yep. I mean, just a base uncommon item according to the magic item list.
There's that
Gray,
thing where I think there's one where
gray,
you
rust, and tan. Yeah, there's three: gray, rust, and tan, and each one has different ones.
I thought there was another item that had like different versions of it, and then that was different rarities. Which, like I said, I'm surprised it's uncommon for what it is.
I mean, part of the reason for the bag of trips being uncommon is the fact that you pull it out and
It's a fucking rat.
yeah. I mean, basically yes. The biggest thing on here you've got a dire wolf and a giant elk for one, a lion and a brown bear for another, and a giant hyena and tiger. I mean, they're a giant weasel is possible.
I'm gonna check the camel. Hang on, let's see. Cecilia, the dex score is 8.
8.
So it is. Yeah.
Okay, so we can just go heavier.
Its stats are 16, 8, 14, 2, 8, 5.
Yeah, it's dex is -1.
Okay, so we can probably do hide armor to begin with.
For
Email is
okay.
Do you remember what the no, it's not posted in here.
That's why I can only spend 1 week because I can only afford it once.
Yeah. Okay. So, one, do you want to spend that week looking for?
Which one?
Yeah, you're basically, if you're spending 1 week looking for an item, you're going to be spending 1 week looking for one of these items.
As much fun as I would say the bag of tricks is, I think I want that first item.
100 gold points and expenses. Oof.
I am specifically not mentioning them by name on purpose, for the record.
Okay, so you're looking for the first thing you're looking for there.
Yes.
Just so you're aware, anything that you have to wear or carry on you, is going to impair your slurping.
Yes.
Yeah.
But all of those must be worn or carried, regardless. So. What do I roll here?
You need to roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
I assume you're not spending additional money on this?
It doesn't. I don't believe it increases my chances of getting it. Right? It just the better, higher quality.
It does.
Oh.
Well, it increases your chance of having a higher quality item. But yes, go ahead and give me your check.
100 gold point per +1, basically.
Oh, Christ. Hey, that's not terrible.
That's not at all. Is that the threshold for?
Let's find out.
No, buying price is generally fixed. It's a selling price that usually has the modifier.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, that'd be 100% of base price if it were selling.
See, you should absolutely bring up like what the heck all of this stuff does, because I'm absolutely okay with buying stuff to deck out camels.
The barding is just equivalent of armor. It's 4 times the cost, basically,
Okay,
as regular human armor.
gotcha. Okay.
Because you're trying to armor a larger creature.
So what you're saying is that Todd Howard was right when he had horse armor DLC. I see.
All right, so you can find them. They're 200 gold.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's actually well below average.
Oh,
That's-
sure.
that-
But I
that's
just spent
good.
100 gold trying to find them. I can't afford that. That's very sad.
Should have budgeted.
I mean, it was an uncommon item. I didn't think it was going to be that expensive. Even if
D,
we're
yeah, D6 times 100.
I'm to commit crimes then, because I can't afford it.
Go do a crime.
Are you going to do a crime of trying to steal it instead?
I mean, I could certainly try.
Oh, here's the question. As it's been brought up, and now that we've waited a week, we have people in Discord asking to buy expenses for things like military saddles and hide barding and so on and so forth.
I'm personally okay with buying at least one of these for my own personal use without adding it to the expense report. That's all, Cecilia.
No. I'm mentioning this because a certain thief who shall remain unnamed decided to burn down a warehouse. So inventory supplies are 150% base
I don't know if they
until
repaired.
we did like 4 weeks of
We're doing 4
the thing.
weeks.
So the question is would that still be base or would that still have the 150% modifier on them?
That is true. I mean, we are doing 4 weeks of downtime.
That is the question. Which is important if somebody's paying out of pocket.
This is not adventuring gear, though. It was adventuring gear specifically that was 1.5 times, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought anything that was gear would be considered adventuring gear.
No, this is weapons and armor. And
I'm pretty sure that's gone away at this point.
Probably. Could I go to the Thieves Guild to procure a loan? Since I am a member. And specifically,
Can I go to a loan shark and get a loan? Is what I'm hearing.
I mean,
They can't break his kneecaps because he has no joints.
Yeah, we can find ways to recover lost damages.
Yeah, namely in the form of a melon baller.
That works. That works too. That is not what I was thinking, but I like it.
You want to acquire a loan for how much?
For the price of the item.
How convenient.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion. Because of the nature of the item, do I get advantage for going to them?
No.
Damn. Damn. This is unfortunate. I lost 100 gold for nothing.
No, you know it's there. How long it's going to remain there and remain at that price
Oh, The
is up for
persuasion might also be the amount that you have to pay back. Lower persuasion, the more you pay back. Or your
exactly.
kneecap, or your lack of kneecaps.
No, I know
Or
what
they
a
could,
dollar is.
or it could be they're not going to give you 2, but they're only going to give you 100.
I'm just saying I didn't think of that.
They're willing to offer you 53 gold loan
I'm pretty sure that's interest.
at a
Pretty-
100% interest rate for a total of 306.
They will offer you 200 gold, but
That's interest.
That's 150% interest rate.
No, it's just 50% interest rate. Unless he was paying back 506, in which case, yes.
Yeah, you're right.
but you're gonna have to pay them 25 gold every month
Ooh, we're
Yeah,
doing
okay. That works.
till you to 306.
That works.
we're doing long term. Ooh.
You can pay
I mean,
that back each
They
or
know
early,
they know where I work.
and they know where the melon baller is.
The
It's in
juicer.
it's in the
The hand-
general utensil drawer.
The hand juicer. Ah!
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm all of a
It-
sudden
it-
very interested in juicing Gleb.
Interested in what?
Juicing Gleb.
The hand drawer, the utensil drawer. Dream.
General utensil drawer. You know, where you keep the measuring cups and the
The scissors
spatulas, etc.
and the encouragement riding crop.
Which is basically the wooden spoons, the ones you have extra that won't fit into the canister. Yeah,
Maybe not in your
corkscrews.
kitchen.
Yes. Corkscrews, absolutely. We'll use one of them on Gleb.
So just to check, after buying this magic item for 200 gold, you're gonna have 25 gold left to pay your first monthly installment when it comes due here at the end of your 4 weeks, right?
Yes. And enough to do 1 week of crime.
And your week of crime, you're gonna do a week of crime.
Yeah. At least one
One
week
crime,
of crime.
please.
So I will
So
deduct
that's
the 25 gold for the crime.
all right. And how hard of a crime are you attempting?
I will do the 10 DC 10 crime.
You'll do the easy crime. All right. So I need a dex check, a investigation check, a stealth check, a thieves tools check,
And then
and
perception check.
perception or whichever one you want to use there.
All right. So first thing is a dexterity check.
I
Stealth
mean, if
check.
they're feeling particularly spunky and don't want to use the melon baller, they can always use an ice cream scoop.
All right, that's a pretty good number.
That is a pretty good number.
It doesn't matter what it is as long as it's over 10.
Yep. Well, that's a success. That's one success.
And then thieves tools, which would be what? Dexterity.
That's dexterity plus proficiency plus whatever bonuses you may have from magic items.
Where's the click? What do I click on for that? Or I just do a roll 20 and add 3.
Oh, you're just doing a
Here.
DC 10?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So I just do D20 plus 3.
Plus 5.
Oh, plus 5.
You're forgetting you just bought something.
I believe that is. Hold on, let me look. Let me read that real quick. Do I actually have plus 8 then? Because of my proficiency as well?
Yes, that's what I said.
Cool. You said +5, so I thought it was
Plus
just.
3, plus
All
5.
right, so D20 plus 8. Yeet. All right, that is at least a 10. I will take it.
All right, that's 2 successes. What's your next thing? Is what? Perception, charisma,
Yeah. Do persuasion
deception? You mean?
or yeah, deception. Yeah.
All right. Communication, perception, or deception?
Hey, all right, we did it. We got the crime off. No one was ever the wiser.
Righty. 3 checks, you get 50 gold.
Woo! All right, let's do it one more time. Because I've got enough weeks here to do it. So this is week 3.
All right. Doing it, your third week is
We're also doing a 10 as well.
also doing 10. All right.
Yeah.
And last thingy.
Yep. All right, that is. Wow, I should have done the 15. Damn.
All right. So you're 50 gold.
I still have to do one more check. For,
to see if it's just
deception.
25 gold.
Oh, that's fucking.
That's 50 gold.
I was never in this city. Yep, that's 50 more gold.
Well, minus the 25 for
Yeah.
stuff. Net profit of 50 gold total for the 2 crimes.
And why not? Let's go one more time for the 10 thing, because it's our last week. On a fucking crime spree, baby.
Apparently.
All right, so we're doing the 10 DC. Poop.
Still go 10 DC.
Yep.
All right.
I mean, it's virtually guaranteed stealth for that one.
Okay, and then
That's a win.
deception.
That's all 50 gold, looks like.
Ah. Nope.
Nope. Broke even on that one.
Ouch.
Oh well.
Not breaking even is better than not getting any at all.
Yeah, I didn't get caught.
I mean, you arguably could have done 100 on that one, or see me a DC 15 and walked away with money.
Oh yeah, I wasn't taking the risk
Got
though.
to pay it front because it's a gamble.
Yes.
Yep. Which is funny because right under crime is gambling.
I mean, if you think about it, crime
Might
and
as well go
gambling.
as a gamble as gambling. I can't wait until Cecilia gets into gambling.
I know, right?
I could see Cecilia just pretending that nothing's wrong while cheating out of her mind.
That's what she's going to do
Well,
with like nobles.
that's my 4 weeks, and then at the end of the 4 weeks, I will also pay 25 back to the guild, Thieves Guild.
Cecilia would almost certainly count cards.
So I have paid my monthly dues for the loan.
She's not too intelligent with numbers.
I have started. I have less gold than I started with at the beginning of the month, but I have a good item, and I have more than I started with at the beginning of the crime spree. I'd consider that a win.
You have a shiny, and that's what matters.
I do have a shiny. This just in: the economy's in shambles. A
Thanks,
string of
Club.
crime sprees have tanked the Empire stocks. Security is way up.
Well,
I'm
here's
helping
soon.
the economy by protecting the Empire from would-be ne'er-do-wells by increasing security due to the nature of my crimes.
I mean, if Shield doesn't want to do pit fighting anymore, he can always hire himself out as a
Security guard.
security guard, and shenanigans will ensue when Klep decides he's going to try to go after a place that Shield is guarding.
That could
Are
be
you kidding me? I got an inside man. Let's split the profits.
I don't think that's how that works.
It's Ocean's
Do,
11.
do you though? That's the question.
I got an inside construct.
Yeah, no, you don't.
I don't
See there.
be happy about that.
Damn, can't believe you're willing to turn down a profit.
You
Poor
see,
Crime doesn't pay.
moral.
You see, Shield
Anyway, let's-
wrote NG, I think. What's Shield's alignment technically? I don't think
Neutral
it's okay.
good, I think.
Yeah, Shield
Neutral.
wrote NG on his sheet and means it. Although
Yep,
I think
neutral
Shield's been
good.
acting more CG than anything else.
So that takes care of Gleb. Peng, you were doing pit fighting?
Yes.
Oh, is it rumor time?
Okay, so I need to do a strength or athletics check.
Yep, 3 checks: athletics, acrobatics, and a constitution check. As a bonus equal to a roll of your highest hit die. But yours is what, a
Okay,
D10?
D10.
okay, so I roll a D10 for athletics.
Just make an athletics check, make an acrobatics check, and make a constitution check plus another D10.
Okay.
So far, so good. That's
Great.
not so good.
Then a constitution check.
Plus D10.
Ouch. Shield's not having
12.
a really good day.
Hold on. You're going to roll a D10 on that too. And add it too. There you go. That's now a 13.
All right, and I should have done this first, but
2D10 plus 5 times 3. Yeah.
a pass. Your second one is a pass. No,
Second one's a
failure.
second one's a failure.
Sorry, I'm thinking of my rolls here. All right, so your first pass, your second one is a failure. Your third
Third
one
one's a failure.
is a failure. So that's 1 success.
Yep.
50 gold.
Rolling
50.
50 gold. All right. Are you doing it just 1 week or are you doing it all 4 weeks?
All 4 weeks.
Is Shield's going to get maimed
Being-
in this entire process?
We've been rolling for complications with all of these, like the crimes and the pit fighting.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I assume that's why in rumors it is listed as web brings bad luck to everyone who touches.
Okay.
Okay, so here goes acrobatics.
I didn't notice that one.
Ugh.
Shield's not having a good day.
All right. That's your. Why are you rolling acrobatics?
Athletics, acrobatics.
And constitution.
Yeah. Okay. And your constitution plus your D10. Yeah. So constitution check is. And your
I mean, yeah, plus a D10. I mean, it doesn't say you need to do it in any particular order. Oh, for the record, for that one, if you want to make it easier and just roll a D20 plus D10 plus 3.
what?
For example.
I mean, for con, with a modifier.
All right, so that's a 15. So let's check your first one. Your acrobatics here is a fail. Your athletics is a pass.
God,
And
Shields is not having a good week.
He is not,
so
but
that's
he gets another 50. One success.
one success, 50 gold. So that's a total of 100 gold. Are you going to continue or no?
Yes.
Is Shields gonna get his head taken off?
Yes,
It's
Rock and
okay.
Talking Robot style.
It can be put on. It can be put back on.
We don't
with
have
an
the
arc welding.
technology. He hasn't let me investigate it yet.
We just gotta get some sovereignty glue.
My God,
Oh.
Shields!
Shocking grasp. He could still win. No, he can't because it's a +5. That's an automatic failure. 2d10 plus 5. Yeah.
That's a good roll.
What's he rolling
And
for? DC 20?
No. No, it's 5
Oh,
plus
that's good.
DC.
It's gambling is similar, where it's 5 plus 2d10.
Jesus Christ. Okay, you failed the acrobatics check.
Oh, poor Shields.
I mean,
Oh, I'm so
he was destined to fail that acrobatics anyway.
23 there, yeah. All right, so
Well,
you pass
Plus
the
5.
and you pass your Constitution check. So that's 2 successes,
Hey, Shields moving up in the world.
and that's
that
100
is.
gold.
I'm
So,
I mean, he was guaranteed to fail the first one anyway.
so you've won 200 gold total.
Yes. I'm just adding it as we go. Okay. So that's I just need to make one other set of rolls, right?
That's how many weeks we've done so far. Is that 3 weeks or 4
That's
weeks?
I
3.
think so.
That's 3 to Mike.
All right, let's go for the 4th week.
Yeah, because it's one success, 2 successes so far.
You might knock this one out of the park if we're lucky. We'll see.
I mean, solid rolls.
Yeah, good rolls. Just depends on how well I roll here.
Where's it? Yeah, exactly. Where's that? There we go. 19.
What would be a
Fail.
what would be a
Fail,
roll for this?
Pass. Pass.
History?
Another 100 gold.
so another
Yep.
100 gold. All right, now that's 4 weeks, so 1d100. Let's see if we get below 40. 40 or below gives us complications.
Oh boy, is Shields gonna throw the game?
Oh, you put them all together. Ooh, that's evil.
Well, no, it says each work week brings 10% chance of complication.
So only the third one then.
Yeah, you did it 10% compounding rather than 10% consecutive.
So additive rather than multiplicative.
Yes. Instead of 10%, 10%, and 10%, 10%, you just went 40.
To be fair, it's vague on which one you're supposed to do.
It is. It very much is.
See, I see it as each work week spent pit fighting brings 10% chance of complication.
I mean, rules. I mean, it doesn't say 10% additive chance of a complication. It just says 10% chance. So it kind of depends on how you want to interpret it. Specificity versus generality.
I see
Can't
it
talk to.
one complication easier to deal with than 4 separate ones.
Oh, I'm not complaining.
That's fair.
That's a
It
question
is.
for Shield. Do you want me to roll for 4 separate ones or no?
It's up to you.
Oh, 0.9 to the power of 4. I mean, either way, you've got a 65% chance that something's going to happen to you. Well, 65% chance that nothing's going to happen to you. -1, yeah. something. You've got a 1 in 3 chance of something happening anyway.
Because, like I said, I was taking it as one complication is easy to deal with and a bunch of separate complications. All
On
right.
the bright side is 1 roll means 1 complication, where 4 rolls has a potential of 4.
1 in 100
So
chance for 2.
That's my complication.
Yeah, so a crime boss approaches you and basically asks for you to take a fall in the next match. If you're willing to take a fall, then let's say we can turn one of your failures there into a success to add 50 gold to your money. Take a dive, or turn it into 3 successes on one of your 2 successes, and we'll turn it into, turn 100 gold to 200 gold. Let's call it that way.
Shield just crosses his arm and stares at the guy.
Congratulations, you have gained a rival.
Congratulations, you've gained broken kneecaps.
Shield doesn't have kneecaps.
Knee joints.
He has knee joints.
So you're not going to play ball here, right?
Nope.
How well would Anar do in the fighting pits? Moderate, horrible, and non-existent. Right. We are not making easy money that way.
Hey, Anar, want to
Cecilia
wrestle
would
against
be-
me?
Sure. Grease,
You,
web.
you've got the float like a butterfly part down, but the sting like a bee part kind of escapes.
Magic
Cecilia
missile.
Cecilia would be terrible, okay, and okay. Hers.
What is the damage potential of
Gambling is much
magic
more
missile?
likely than fit fighting for her.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, and then 6.
Brian Owls will remember this.
So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus
Possible
4.
for me to train up my acrobatics, right? Like, not right now, but
It would take 11 weeks for you to train acrobatics at 25 gold per week, or unless someone wants to teach you.
Average damage of magic missile blowing every single spell slot will do 70 damage.
All right, it's 8:45. Let's see. We've covered Cecilia, and we've covered Larisha. We've covered Pang. There's nothing else you're doing there because you've used all 4 of your weeks, right? So, Gleb's been covered. Felix, what are you doing for your downtime?
I guess I'll do the same as the blob and do some nice juicy crime.
What about crime?
Yes.
Felix is also criming.
Hell yeah.
How many weeks is Felix criming?
And for what DC?
I'll probably just do. What are the
25.
what are the DCs and
I
all
think
that
it's 10,
stuff?
15, 20, and 25.
10, 15, 20, or 25. Yep.
But if you're like a high level rogue, you could easily get 1,000 gold every time you do downtime because you just can't
You are a
fail
high
at that
level
point.
rogue. You are a high level rogue.
But I'm saying, like, if you get to high level rogue, you have that thing where if you roll less than a 10, you get a 10, and if you have like a plus 10 on shit, you just get fucking free gold for nothing.
Gow!
No. Well, I mean, at that point, you should have a lot of gold. You're a high level rogue. But my point is,
Mind
like,
your
you literally can't fail. On
I
some of
mean,
these.
you're not wrong.
But then again, 200 gold is not a lot for
I'll
by
just
the
do.
road.
And what you got to roll to get there.
Let's see.
What is? Okay, so a stealth, dex tools, in one of those.
I like that rumor,
Perception.
by the way, Dream.
That's a good rumor.
The
So,
perception there. Yeah.
so that's just a straight dex roll.
For at least the first one, I'll do the DC of. I'll do 10.
All right, we'll do 10 for the first week. So roll your stealth, your thieves' tools, and whichever one of your choice that you pick from the last three there.
Thieves' tools. Where are you?
Thieves' tools is just your dex plus proficiency if you're proficient with them, which you should be as a thief.
I have expertise with the nice tools. Oh, look at that!
Oh.
I barely made it.
Then you get to double it.
And then you get a 10.
Yeah.
How do you? What gives you expertise? Out of
I
curiosity.
I picked.
I figure it's being a thief.
No, I picked it. Someone
You
else.
choose. You get expertise. You've got a choice of things you can put expertise into. You chose.
You get
Yeah, I chose my thieves tools.
Yeah. you get one at
Do
like
I have
level 3 and another at level 6 or something like that, and that's all the expertises you get.
Let's see.
Oh, I have. Oh, that's why I chose stealth
Assassination,
and sleight of hand.
perception, or deception.
Which that's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
the sleight of hand and
We'll do
I mean, that's why I have a
perception.
+7 in stealth. Oh man, you crushing it, man. Also, wow, that perception.
Felix can see all the things.
yep. So Felix, you get full value of the loot. That's 50 gold for your first time out. And
No, to 6th level.
Part of me wants to wonder if
17.
one of the rogues
17.
is going to wind up stealing from other
You
party
can also
members.
take off all your death penalties.
I only took those off for doing these rolls, so all the other stuff still has them on because I have to do it one by one,
Okay.
and I feel like doing it right now.
Enough.
Do I want to risk 15? No, I'll do 15 for the next week because why not? Big fun will be had.
That's funny.
you'll probably be doing the DC 25 for all of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably, absolutely, yeah.
Dude,
I'm
I
gonna go
want
rob True System.
before the campaign is over, I want to do one of those and just like before this campaign is over, I want to do one of those 25s.
Every time the thief
do
source is
realize
gonna
that's
break
true,
even.
Rob.
Every time.
I mean,
You are going to be jailed for 50 weeks.
I mean, you're doing a 15. You've got one success, so I mean, you're not doing too bad right now.
Hey,
There
you
we go.
Success. You get 50 gold.
This
Or
is
80 weeks. No, not 80 weeks. 30 weeks.
All right. So we did 2 checks were successful, half the payout, so 50 gold. Yep.
Oh, wait, that was NR.
Anna, are you stealing?
That's +6 onto that. I mean, no, +3. So yeah,
Like,
I think because you did it did it to a 20 easy.
as if a prison could hold gleb gleb.
Alright, let's do
Yeah, stick in a
15.
bucket.
No,
bucket
let's
with
try
a lid.
15 again, because why not? Whatever
All I need to
happens,
do is make
happens.
a 1-inch hole.
Ooh, there-
Hey, there you go.
Do
Break
slimes
even. Break
do
even.
slimes need to breathe?
Not for an hour.
So if we stuck Gleb in a box, like in the airtight box, he would die.
I mean, I just cut my way out of the box
Hey,
Ah, yes, with your nothing.
with my
He has psychic
with my
knives.
punches. With my
All
punches.
right. So that's full value DC 15. That was what?
100 gold.
Gold.
Good God, guys.
We're doing crimes up in
I
here.
gotta make all the money back you guys took from me for bringing back the light somehow. So I'm just gonna steal it from everyone else.
That's fair.
Anar is not going to ask questions if you repay him. So yeah, that's fine.
No one said anything about repaying, so
I'm up.
Ah, I see how it is. Okay.
as far as I'm aware, no
Sorry.
one has said anything. So
Yeah.
All right.
no, we'll do 15. So what? That was my
Is
third
that
one. That I just
is
did.
that 3 weeks?
Yeah.
That one.
So last one.
That one.
Did you do a 15 for that last one or a 10?
He did.
Fif-
He did 15.
yeah, 15.
Nice.
I should have done 15, but I didn't want to risk it with how little gold I had left.
Fair.
Plus, I only have I don't have proficiency in. Well, I have proficiency with these tools, but I don't have expertise. So I've only got a +8.
Got the full 200 on that one. Nice.
Yeah,
Is
somewhat.
it revealed what magic item he got?
No,
He
I
hasn't
don't
done it yet.
I'll do.
I told Bacon, but that's only because he's also in the Thieves Guild, so he would have heard word of it.
All right, for last week I'll do 15 again, and again we'll see what happens.
Hey, there you go.
4 was that week 3?
Yeah, that was the stealth, thieves, tools, and perception were week 3, so this is week 4.
The thieves are racking up in this town.
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
We are. It's like Skyrim, where
Nope.
you just.
Should there
That's
should the DC be
one
increased
success.
in the future because they're stealing everyone's
2.
Okay. Hey, there you go.
Galactic
You got.
notices an inexplicable increase in the crime rate whenever we're back.
Yeah, no kidding. So that's 2. So that's half. So out of 200, there's only 1 back.
Hey, I
Two.
mean, that's why we have a guild.
Good God, guys. Speaking of, do you have to pay any of that as tax to the guild?
Yes,
We are the guild.
30%.
I see. So you took out a loan from yourself.
Oh no. That's different. That was like
That's
the
why.
guild.
That's why he gets to
guild's
take out a
coffers.
loan.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Membership.
see.
I got my membership benefits. I'm in the Thieves Guild Union.
The Thieves Guild Union. I
Oh,
see.
I know.
The
The,
guild
the,
just-
the, the tax rates are cutthroat.
All right. Yeah, they want your 10% dues, by the way.
I'm gonna have to math that out. Not my strong suit.
Well, that's why you can, slash roll and whatever you want to calculate, and it'll add it up for you.
Good job, Dream.
Or you just grab a calculator.
Alright, I'm gonna get a
That's what my phone's for. It has a nice
shower
little
and switch
calculator
to
built
mobile
in.
here. Switching to mobile. I'm gonna get a shower real quick,
Okay.
and then
All
get
right.
ready for work.
Certos, I saw you sneak in here. What did you want to do with your downtime?
He will perform religious service for the refugees.
Oh, you scared me. Are you a rogue? I didn't even know she slipped in here.
I didn't hear you slide in either. That's impressive.
Well, because this isn't DX.
Fucking nat 20 on his stealth roll. Discord just doesn't make a noise when he joins.
Alright.
I've been here since around 7.
Oh shit. Anyway, Glep got a magic item, and he's using it to commit crimes.
So I will
Yes,
need
Of course.
your religion checks or persuasion checks.
One for each week.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna get a shower.
Man. I'm surprised he didn't put any go for expert in any of them or proficiency in any of them.
All right. So 11 and above is 1 favor. 21 and above is 2 favors. So it looks like you get 1 favor out of all of this.
So it seems, yeah.
And that basically you will have to let me know when you're trying to call that in. So keep track of it somewhere.
Ready?
You can have unused favors up to 1 plus your charisma modifier. Minimum of 1 unused favor. And I need to D100. And I'm going to do the same thing. 40% chance. Ooh. That we hit a complication. Let's see what we get and how we flavor this.
Gasp!
Oh my.
Demons? Question mark?
While you're performing your religious service.
Bye.
Sorry, what happened?
That was Club Club.
Okay. While you're doing your religious service, you uncover that a local, a local bishop is actually in service to a demon and filtering funds off that way.
The bishop? Jesus Christ.
It runs deeper than you could ever hope to imagine.
It does. I'm loath to ask, but did you do complications for our research?
No, I don't think I have yet. So that's 40% for one and 30% for the other.
And 10% if you really want to do a work week one. Oh, of course.
Hey, you want to ask the thieves for a loan? They apparently have shit tons of money.
Yeah, if you want back into the library anytime soon, you're going to have to bring something expensive.
So are you saying that Anar's been fired?
Administratively.
Anar got in trouble for using their time for their own gains too much.
Let's call it at least 33 gold worth of.
Anar has to pay the time tax.
Anar's told the sage exactly where he can stuff it.
Yeah,
Damn!
you need to. You're banned from the library until you produce a really expensive fruit basket.
So yes, he's been temporarily fired.
Administratively.
Explains why you weren't in there for that 4th week.
I can work with that.
You need Shield to rough some people up.
Speaking of, Shield had his complication already, and he promptly told them where they can go stuff themselves too.
Yeah, whenever you pay that 33 gold to get yourself back in the library, let me know. Or if you're just taking care of it now.
No, I don't. Well, I do have enough, but we'll see.
All right.
Well, Sirkos would bring this information both to the head of his own temple, who I have here is also a bishop, but that seems like I gave him too high of a station. But anyway, the head of my own temple, and then he would also go and alert Drusus.
Wait, so are you basically saying, no, I'm not fired, you're fired? Is that what you're telling this guy?
No, Anar's got the library. The local bishop of Threshold is apparently a demon cultist. I'll determine what demon later.
Ooh, a nice tying them together.
So you're telling your bishop who's back in the west, right?
Yeah, I'll probably be sending word to him, and then also telling Drusus, because this guy is funneling presumably public funds.
So that's going to be the question of what does Drusus want to do with that information?
I don't know who handles stuff like this.
I mean, the funniest possible answer is you do.
The Pope. I mean, the whatever the high storyteller is.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Could we somehow depose the Pope?
Make
Yes, it's
shield
happened numerous times.
Could we depose this Pope? I'm half kidding.
And can we set up Certos as the anti-pope?
Wow.
That escalated quickly.
Make
I wasn't kidding.
That took,
make shield the
took a turn I wasn't expecting.
What do you-
Shield
what
will
do you-
head up the new Swiss Guard.
Okay. At this point, Certos, you basically have overheard things. You don't have any concrete proof, like nothing in writing that incriminates him or anything like that.
Okay. All right. I would still probably share my suspicions with those two individuals and then keep my ears open for anything else.
Yeah, if you guys want to dig for proof, then that's going to be probably a quest line.
Ooh.
The
Sounds
intrigue
spicy.
continues.
All right. Have we resolved everybody's downtime, or am I missing anyone?
We're still going.
I'm just talking with Larisha in DMs, but we can go.
Again, it's more of I resolve the downtime stuff.
Yeah. Other than like specifically anything else I would need to know about the camels. I'm assuming that after we're done reverse engineering it, we're going to make a copy of it or of the blueprints and everything to get sent to the mainland, one copy to the people here at Threshold, and one copy for our own records.
If that's what you want to do with them, sure.
I mean, I'm assuming that at this point I'm ordered to have or to send like blueprints over by Drusus, and technically this was as a job from the Empire, so I'm assuming that that's necessary. And then which means delivering the stuff to the people who are supposed to have it, so the mainland and here. I think, unless Drusus has any objections.
No.
So at the end of this, you feel you could build your own camel if you really spent the time and the effort to get the parts.
We totally customize them, make them into hot rods.
Or
Hit my camel.
customize them, yes. But that will take time and effort.
Pimp my camel.
All-terrain camels.
Watch out, they spit. Oh wait, that's a llama.
You feel also that you could probably, if you wanted to build one in a form of a different animal or change a camel into a different animal looking thing, you probably could do that as well.
Hell
Again,
yeah.
I'm in. All right. So, having done that, rumors are rumors. I'm Drusus, do you want to tell everybody else about their job that you've agreed to do or go do?
Sounds entertaining.
No, you're gonna do the job blind. Just follow me.
Just follow Rob.
Do we get back the magic items?
Oh, right, that stuff, because it has been 4 weeks.
Yes, the magic item you are able to go pick up.
Yeah.
And was shield comped for the taxes?
We file the expense report at the end of the session.
Fair enough.
Because I'm not going to take any more time rolling stuff in this session for expense reports.
Fair enough.
So I've already got a typed up shield. You never told me if you wanted a military saddle.
I said yes.
Oh, you did? I never heard you. Then I will add you to that. All right. So 5th Legion being assholes. Our job is mostly information gathering. We need to figure out who runs the thing beyond just the name we have, and they may even only run a part of it. So we need to figure out who's in charge of this 5th operation, and whether they're in like just survive and exist mode, or whether they're gearing up for something bigger, and if so, what that bigger thing is.
What happened after the crime spree between me and Felix?
More downtime things.
Okay, cool. Nothing of plot relevance.
Hey, you came back in at like basically the perfect time.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
You've come back in for the plot relevance.
All right, cool.
Question is Drusus picking up all of the magic items, or is
Oh, shit. At some point.
individually?
Oh, shit. Hang on.
Eh,
At some. Right, no, go ahead.
I was just curious if Cecilia needs to negotiate the breastplate with Felix.
Because I'm also remembering shit. I needed to.
Drusus will be picking everything up. Yes.
I
Okay.
needed to take the.
Did we
It-
determine what the goggles actually were?
that was going to be my thing. If they're being quarantined and categorized and whatnot, then won't we know what they are when they come back out?
I'm just gonna type this out.
Get them back. The mage school has listed them as goggles of night.
4-week identification process.
Not a bureaucracy.
Technically correct. The best kind of correct. Ooh, we had downtime, a lot of downtime. I can play with spells, so feel free to do that while people are doing stuff.
Sorry,
Right,
feel free to
this
do
too.
what? Doing what?
Oh, just saying that if there's any spells I want to switch out, now's the time to switch them out.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sure. I can't wait to use my thieves tools.
So, Shield, make sure you mark down that you have the extra +1 AC on either your shield or your armor, whichever one you like. Because we're formally moving that infusion over.
Okay.
So, what's your AC up to? So how insane is it right now?
In the membrane.
Wouldn't it be natural 21?
Jesus fucking Christ.
21 natural, and then with Certos and the Shield of Faith, it would be 24, wouldn't it?
Jesus.
Wait, hold on. 21 natural. How? It's 18 and 20 from the shield.
Oh, no.
So what you're telling me is to throw more
An enhanced defense from Larisha.
Yeah,
Make
I,
him make dex saves. Yes.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah,
it's still a base 20.
Make him cry and fireball.
All right. So shield is heavily armored.
Extremely.
Is
I
Cecilia
wish-
getting the breastplate?
Yeah, I'll get Cecilia the breastplate.
oh yeah, who exactly are you giving what? I'm curious now.
What?
You have officially Drusus has officially become the party's loot distributor.
All right. So Felix is officially letting Cecilia have the breastplate, right?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So you have the breastplate. Who has the goggles?
Oh,
Nobody.
what do they do? What do they do, by
Wait.
the way? Night vision?
Goggles of night, they give you dark vision.
They
Ah,
appear to be perfectly ordinary goggles of night.
I mean, if no one explicitly wants them, I would be down for taking them.
Do you have
I
dark?
don't
Well, I
think
mean, if you don't have dark vision, they extend your dark vision out.
I do not have dark vision.
Shield does not have dark vision, so
Most of
that
this
would
group
probably
does not
be
have
good
dark
for
vision.
him.
So I mean, if no one else, I'm not gonna take it unless someone else wants it. Unless someone else doesn't want it.
I just want to know who has it.
Anar is
Well,
literally going to be the last person in line
A
for
shield
that.
who is a sentry might benefit from dark vision.
Why? Wait. Why does Felix have the breastplate?
Because Felix stole it.
Yes. Well, he's the one who absconded with it.
Like it wasn't claimed at customs.
No, it was
Was.
claimed, but
It,
he
it
was
was claimed, but
Shield.
yeah, but he's the one who had it initially.
That's not how loot works.
Well, fair. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Did Felix actually give it over to customs? That's the first question.
Sure.
Okay, so then it's part of loot.
What
As much
does
as
Shield
I
the
will
breastplate?
take the goggles of
It
night.
is the
Yes,
breastplate of this. It's the
Shield
desert
has
haze.
I have
I
the
don't-
feeling Cecilia's first.
I don't see that in things we shouldn't be trusted with.
It's all the way at the top. It's blurred.
Oh, there it is.
today.
Okay.
Okay.
This is-
So who's getting the goggles?
Shield.
Shield.
Shield is getting the goggles. Is Shield putting the goggles on right now?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Everybody turns into a clown.
Ah, nice,
Oh, that's funny.
cute.
Have a
And these are-
shouldn't be trusted with.
All right, this thing might be cursed, so yeah, sure, Felix, go ahead and have it.
I don't think you're getting out of that easy.
Nope, he's got him. He's got him on. Unless somebody's got remove curse or some greater restoration.
That'll be next level for Cerato's.
Oh,
Or two.
Jesus Christ. DC 5 plus number of
2 levels.
combatants. Every round to lose track of which clown is which.
Ha!
Oh my god.
I mean, you robbed
The
it too. I
clown.
don't know what you expected.
Everywhere is clowns.
You robbed
Sure.
it. You
Drusus will write a letter to customs identification that they suck.
no, hang on. No. Wait. I have something really important I need to ask right now.
What's
Is
that?
proud enough to admit that something's wrong, or not
This
proud
is
enough
a,
to admit it's wrong,
this is,
Or
is a
still
very
going-
good question.
or is Shields just going to deal with it and just pretend everything's okay when in reality he's screaming internally?
Tango.
Oh, he's not going to admit anything's wrong.
Ah, hell yeah! Let's go! Let's go!
So we're just gonna wait until you,
Amazing.
so we're
We're
just gonna
only
wait
gonna
until you
find
stab
out.
Drusus in the back before
We're
we
Yes.
only gonna find out something's wrong if he hits someone. Let's go! I'm super down for this.
What? Just out of curiosity, what's your wisdom modifier?
I think
Not
his-
great.
Isn't his -1?
Yep.
Amazing.
Oh, we're
Yep.
we're gonna have fun with this one.
So take your
Duck
bets
on
on who gets stabbed by Shield.
I mean, not including it. We've got 8 people in the party, not including yourself. That's 7. That's already a DC 12 to keep track of people.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
looks like a clown, and they're all speaking to you in mocking clown voices.
There's a good note to this though. Do not attack the flying clown currently.
Incoming
I
gargoyles.
have never wanted to be more of a ranged character than I do right now. Thank God for that.
What?
Do 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 do. Oh, what is it? Entry of the Gladiators. Yes, there you go. That's your theme song from now on.
Yes, Entry of the Gladiators.
I love this.
Oh, this is amazing.
All of a sudden, I am glad that Keel jumped for that first. Let's go.
All right, next order of business, level up. And I'll be
Yay.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
I'm upgrading cleric so I can get twice as many spell slots.
Well,
Manage character sheet and people.
Dreamy, where do
Okay.
you Dreamy? Where do you guys stand on changing cantrips?
Well, there's an
Ross says you
optional
can.
rule. There's an optional rule for wizards. Let me check to see if there cantrip versatility, 4th level cleric. Whenever you reach a level in this class that gains the ASI feature, you can replace one cantrip with another of the cleric spell list. So in short, optional class feature says you can every ASI.
Which would be
So-
this level.
Yeah.
Yes.
So who wants the gauntlets?
Oh, right, those things.
what do they do again?
Which
Those are
gauntlets?
those are the ones that instantly kill you if you save 3 people from death.
Yeah, they let you like get rid of people's death saves, but they get stored
right.
in the gauntlet.
To which you have to pay off before you could remove the gauntlets. But it's one of those to where you can, if you absorb 6 people's failed death saving throws, you take 3 failed death saving throws.
So you instantly die.
Yes. ASI. Ooh, feet. God. Oh, now I'm telepathic or telekinetic. Which one was it?
What's the skulker feat again?
Skulker feet. Hide when you are lightly obscured. If you are hidden from a creature and miss it with a ranged attack, you don't reveal your position. And dim light does not impose disadvantage on your perception checks regarding sight.
So basically, we've got either I go to 18 deck, or I become the ultimate stealth murderer. Hmm. Is there a feat that helps me steal better?
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, any of them that increase your dexterity.
Or skill expert gives you proficiency.
Exactly.
I already have proficiency with everything I need.
Or expertise, I mean.
Oh.
What you want is thieves' gloves, really, if you haven't got them already.
What do they do?
They give you a +2 stuff. Oops, wrong thing.
I think I'm going with the alert feat. I'm sick of going
Fair
damn
enough.
near next to last.
Gloves of Thievery. Invisible while worn. While wearing them, you gain a +5 to dexterity sleight of hand checks and dexterity checks made to pick locks.
Oh, okay.
Khajiit has a pair of those, by the way.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's probably gonna be like, 'cause, like if I can get expertise with my thieves tools, that would be really nice. Um, that or just go up to 18 decks. I'll think about it. I've got a week.
Oh,
I'm gonna do this one for now and hope I don't. Definitely
Regard.
intelligence. No, I'm more along the lines of whether or not I'm going to change it for something else. Change it to the other one.
Ah.
Okay, news. Which one are you looking at for your spells?
I'm still on feats.
Okay.
That's not what I want.
So Cecilia now has access to a zone of truth. Should help a bit.
Okay,
Awesome.
I'm gonna look at the spells because I have a question for God about my feats.
Is Cecilia gonna be the party interrogator now?
Were
Potentially.
you not already?
She doesn't have any intimidation or anything, or persuasion.
Shield can be bad cop.
I'm pretty sure Cecilia's bad cop.
What the hell?
Cecilia is good cop that pulls out a knife.
She's the one that says honeyed words that the people want to believe.
All right, cantrip. Uh,
Wait, we get an extra cantrip?
yeah,
No,
we
no,
got
wait.
another cantrip.
Oh, shit, son of a bitch.
What do I
I'm
even
thinking
get?
either or mage hand.
Prestidigitation. Yeah.
Prestidigitation is always good. It is
No,
never a
not
bad
always
option.
good.
Really?
Yeah, it can be.
It's very nice.
Don't get
Quite
me
right.
wrong, it is nice. But the thing is, though, is you don't necessarily need to do. I mean, it's snuff out a candle, clean soil. I mean, those are handy, but something like mold earth may be. Now, it's true strike that you're pretty much never going to need.
True strike is hot garbage.
True strike
Yes,
is
it is.
actually a waste.
Hey, Anar,
Yo,
you're a Fae, right?
yes.
Do you know what Fae Touch does? Do you have that?
I do know what it does. I do not have it because I do not need it. Would you like to know? Is that the question?
Yeah, what does it do? It just says a stat boost and Misty Step.
And one other.
Yeah, it increase int, whiz, or charisma, and you learn Misty Step. You can cast that without expending a spell slot. If you
You also
you
get
can
one.
also cast it with a spell slot. Well, I
You also
already
get-
said +1 wisdom, charisma, or
No, you
intelligence.
also
Sorry.
get one illusion and or one enchantments first level spell. I think.
A divination or an enchantment.
Or divination and enchantment.
All
You're-
right. I'm back for questions or anything else.
Hello, God. I have a question.
Yeah.
So there's from a different book. Hold on. Let me look.
Can I get Shadow Touch?
I mean, prerequisites for Shadow Touched is you are exposed to the plane of shadow. Fey Touched is you are exposed to the Fey Wild. So whether or not.
So there's feats from Fizzbands, which, if I'm reading correctly, are supposed to be like things bestowed upon you by dragons.
Oh,
But
dear. Okay.
as a dragonborn, can I take the one of my type? Is my question.
Sorry, which thing are we talking about? We're talking about gifts, draconic feats.
So yeah, the gift of the gem dragon specifically as a gem dragon. As they seem to be flavor wise, they seem to be written as they are given by dragons. But since I am this type of dragonborn,
Or the
would I be permitted to still take it?
Draconic heritage.
Dear God, this is immensely frustrating.
Level ups always are. What
No,
is getting enchant?
No, I mean, how the fuck do I still only have 3 first level slots to play with? Like, I understand not having second level slots, but this is immensely frustrating.
Because
I
you're a
miss
half
play-
caster.
I know, like, I know that, but I still miss playing a caster. I really do.
Yeah, no,
miss
it was
playing-
frustrating as an artificer. I will tell you that for free.
I want slots to play with.
Yes.
It was a trouble playing a warlock for that reason.
There's a reason that
Roll-
once I could make an arcane firearm, I just spammed the shit out of those spells.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do, but that's next level.
Well,
That's
you
the
said
problem.
I can't take Shadow Touch, right? Because I don't have the prerequisite for it.
If you don't have the prerequisite, then you can't take it.
I mean, there's
I
no
mean-
there's no prerequisite actually. It's just flavor.
Oh,
Right. Sorry, what can't you take because you don't have prerequisite?
I thought Shadow Touch was like a flaw was a prerequisite. You had to have been exposed to playing the Shadow.
Well, it is more flavor. It says your exposure to the Shadowfell's magic has changed you, granting you the following benefits, yada, yada, yada.
To be fair, that is the question I'm asking. Basically. But
I mean, Khajiit took that one, absolutely. But, we did pass that Shadow level first.
And we also don't know what Khajiit got up to before that.
True.
Well, I'm debating between mobile, mobile, skill master, whatever it's called, and Shadow Touched. If I can grab Shadow Touched.
All right. Drusus can take Gift of the Gem Dragon. He's a Gem Dragon heritage, I would assume.
Yay.
Basically, it's Hellish Rebuke with like the Tieflings have. It's not a big deal. Shadow Touch, I will get to in a moment when I find it.
Shadow Touched it's a stat bump plus invisibility and one other first level spell of your choice. Must be illusion or necromancy, which Khajiit took the
I'm sorry, Sai, how did you just pronounce that?
what, necromancy?
I hate that. I hate this.
Instead of necromancy?
Yes.
Necomancy. Meow.
You stop that.
It makes me think of the pronunciation of microwave.
I don't even know what the fuck you
Microwave.
just said, and I hate it.
Microwave.
What's her name? British cook, TV personality did
Nigella.
it. Yeah, Nigella Lawson. It was an inside joke apparently between her and her couple of friends, but she happened to have done it on national TV. Called it microwave.
Gulu gulu.
So, Cecilia, I just want to point out, you're saying playing as a warlock was bad, okay, but there's a really distinct difference here.
Long
You
rest
get
and short
those
rest.
slots back every short rest. I don't. This sucks.
That's why you create magic items.
I'm trying. I have a billion other things I have to do.
Yeah, you can take Shadow Touched.
All right. So it's either that or the skill master.
Well, you decide what you're taking.
Anyway, Cecilia, did you still have the sailcloth from earlier?
Yeah.
Cool, I'm stealing it. We're borrowing it.
Okay.
Hey, Felix.
Hi, hello, what?
What do you think?
Celia would have mended it quite a bit.
Cool. That's fantastic, actually, because I needed it for Featherfall. That's how I'm framing that.
I heard nothing that you said to me.
What?
Yeah, that was my response to everything that you just asked me. Because I heard nothing.
Vault 40% off.
Sai, were you thinking anything in particular on spells?
No. Maybe mirror image.
That'd be fine.
25.
And maybe rope trick.
Oh yeah, Cecilia also has Pass Without Trace now, which will help.
It's the new one. That's why I don't have it.
Why are you thinking something like suggestion?
No, see, I'm not suggestion. I'm debating right now whether to go thematic or what will actually be good.
Gift of Gab?
I already have that.
Oh, fair enough.
Like, if I want something that will actually be useful, I'm probably gonna do Scorching Ray because I need more damage.
Scorching Ray is objectively great. Like, I mean, at least for second level.
Yeah, I've thought about that myself.
But if I want to go,
I will say though, I'm getting Scorching Ray next level. I think. I'm pretty sure I do.
I don't think I can copy spells from you because you don't have a book.
Probably not. Yeah.
Hey,
Look.
Dream.
I think next level for Scorching you have a +8 too. That'll be nice.
Can I do
Plus
a bit of
8
a
to
roleplay
range
thing here, Dream?
I heard roleplay and blah blah blah.
Sorry, come on, let me take this right out of my shirt. I wanted to do like I wanted to do like a roleplay fluff thing for a level up. But I wanted to run it by Dream first.
What is this spell?
And what is it?
So, since I'm an ooze and it can shape my body and whatnot, I was thinking like fluff wise, he like absorbs a bunch of different tools from a thieves tools belt, and so like it just kind of absorbs into his DNA, and then he can just like shape his hand and fingers into whatever tool he needs, like purely for fluff, mind you. I would still have the thieves tool. It's just fluff reasons. I'm basically Plastic Man.
As long as you still have them in your inventory and you respect the whole slurping and having to be like stripped and not carrying things,
Hot?
Yeah.
Yes.
then I don't really care flavor wise.
Cool. I might take Skill Master for expertise and just become the skill ooze of the party.
All right, I'm between Scorching Ray and Vortex Wrap. Vortex Warp. This Vortex Warp sounds like it could be stupid useful.
That sounds cool as hell. I don't know what it does though.
So basically, they have to make a con save, or I can move them anywhere that I can see within 90 feet.
Okay, I was about to ask because if you just say anywhere you can see, just kind of
Within 90 feet.
Just kind of stick them on a mountain. Many.
And yes,
miles away.
that includes into like a lake or something.
Wait, what? What spell is this?
That sounds
Vortex
fun.
Warp.
Vortex warp.
Oh man! I have an idea.
Are
Does
you
that
sure that's
include
an actual
class?
spell?
Does that
It's
include
in the
class?
list.
Is it a homebrew thing?
Make sure
It's
that
in
homebrew's
the
off.
list.
Does
Make
that
sure homebrew's
include
off because I do not see it on mine.
Does that include glass?
Homebrew's
I need to
off.
know.
What's your spell?
It's
Vortex
in
Warp.
Strixhaven.
It's in Strixhaven.
Does Vortex Warp include glass? I need to know.
Do you have MTG content ticked off?
I have Magic the Gathering content ticked off, yes.
That'd be why you don't see it.
Your problem.
Because I think, Drain, correct me, the only things we have ticked off are homebrew. Well, in sources, what we have ticked off is homebrew, critical role, and non-core. We have MTG, Eberron, and Dragonlance ticked on.
Yes, that's correct, because I don't have the Call of the Netherdeep, so I don't have the Critical Role stuff.
There's Minecraft.
Wait, what?
There is now Minecraft, yes.
Yeah, there is.
I hate this. This is not okay.
Yeah, you could have gotten free monsters a couple days ago on Beyond D&D. Oh, you still might be able to get it now.
You are in Minecraft.
I think I picked them up, but no, this
Oh
is
yeah, that claim now 5 Minecraft teachers creatures for your D&D Beyond count.
yeah, this is not a Minecraft campaign. I'm not planning on introducing Minecraft content.
Why not?
The only limit is your imagination.
Because building things is more complicated than placing blocks.
True.
Oh,
See,
there's also stuff for the movie to claim, by the way.
I have that too, and no, you will not be getting a hither thither rod.
Damn.
I don't know what that is because I haven't seen
Son
the
of a
movie.
bitch.
I don't know what that is either.
Oh wait, I have.
Vortex Warp, you need to make sure
Portal
that they
gun.
are on solid ground, though.
No, you don't.
Yeah, but
You can put them in a liquid.
The chosen space must be on a surface or in a liquid. Yes, but I'm talking about you cannot put them 180 feet in the air.
no.
Oh, no.
But you can put them in a glass box and
I can
just force
I
them
can
in
put
game
them on the surface of a lake.
Yes. Or
No.
in a liquid.
The hither thither rod is literally a portal gun.
Really?
Oh,
I hate it.
Guys, I got the ray gun.
I
Wait,
got a backup ray gun.
So is
says
there
I
any
can take
objection
2
to me just
spells.
inventing? So is there any objection to me just inventing that? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not
I
actually.
feel like that's a late game question.
Wait, when you say the portal gun, you mean the one from Portal, or do you mean the one from fucking Rick and Morty?
I mean the one from
Yes. Yes.
zap one portal here, zap one portal there. They're magically connected,
Oh, that is disgusting.
and it remains
Isn't
open
there an item-
24 hours.
isn't there an item, a magical item, like a hole that you can put, and it puts a hole in the wall or a door?
You mean a portable hole?
Yeah, isn't that an item?
That's an item.
That's a funny item.
Funny moments.
Cecilia puts on the armor and will later attune to it when she finds the time.
I mean, you have plenty of time in your downtime to do.
Yeah, I know.
Are you
She'll
kidding?
attune
You're
to it
nowhere
at
near
some
the desert. You can't attune to it.
Desert is not a
Yes.
requirement. Thinking
I'm
about the desert.
kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke. We had this discussion already.
The real question is anybody taking gauntlets?
Taking
I asked
what?
that question. I asked the question, and nobody
Nobody's answered.
can answer.
I mean, if you want Cecilia to, she can.
Take what?
But on a cleric,
Sorry, take what?
I mean, it makes sense on a monk, but also on the side cleric.
I would rather not wear the corpse gauntlets.
Hear what you hear, actually. That's
I will also say that that someone who has the capability to bring people back should not be wearing them. So Cecilia can have them for now, but when she gets to a level where she knows Revivify, probably swap them to somebody else.
Actually, no, she knows healing words, so she doesn't really need the.
That doesn't bring me back from death.
It
Oh,
actually, well, it brings you back from making death saving throws. which is what
Right.
this
So
does.
then you don't care.
The other thing is you don't have to wait until you've accumulated 6. You could just do 4 and just take the 2 death saving 2 failed.
That's true.
Sai, do you have detect magic?
Should
I will say I just got it. If that. Oh, it's just spellbooks. Never mind. You can't. I don't. It doesn't count.
spellbook detect magic. Yes,
All right.
detect magic and identify.
I think I'm gonna do expeditious retreat and vortex warp.
Are you gonna buy detect magic?
No. I just wanted to make sure one of us had that. Actually, before I commit to Vortex Warp, do you have or are you going to take a second level damage spell?
I almost kind of need to.
That's why I'm asking, because I feel like one of us needs to.
Well, I mean, we both should have, because I think I bought it off you, is Tasha's Mind Whip.
You're right, but that's a reaction one though. Like,
Casting time
that's a
one
reaction under condition. Oh wait, that I'm thinking of something else then.
Yeah, you must be.
Oh no, I'm thinking of a first. I'm thinking of Gift of Gab, I think, or something. Anyways, no, you right. We do have damage.
Vortex Warp not have a creature size limitation. Who thought of that one?
Yeah, I know.
Like, I could see saying like large or smaller, and then if you cast it with a higher level spell slot, allowing it to be huge and then gargantuan. But wow,
What is it?
Vortex.
So they have to make a Constitution saving throw, or I can teleport them anywhere I can see within 90 feet, as long as it's not in the air and they can fit there.
Does
Yep.
that include in the underground?
I have to be able to see it.
Yes.
Dig a big hole with mold earth.
Then yes, as long as I can see the bottom.
So
That's
I'll
fine.
I can have Cecilia take the gauntlets for now and wear them.
Okay.
You are doing.
So I'm thinking Vortex Warp, and I want to take another level 1. I'm thinking Expeditious Retreat right now.
Okay. If you're not going to take Scorching Ray, I'm going to take Scorching Ray, and you can buy it off me.
There we go.
Because that gives me. What is Scorching Ray? Scorching Ray is 3 rays, ranged attack spell, 2d6 fire damage on each.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I can make all those psychic damage. Ha 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 ha. Alternately, I can make my psychic damage fire.
Alright, no psychic damage, baby.
Yep. Not gonna worry about that. See, I thought about whether or not I wanted to take another first level spell.
What are these names provided by fantasy name generators?
Yeah.
Fantasy
Deuterim Fernargnarthnost. Bagrax Gagazi Lai Shrift.
Berislav,
I know.
Banthrum, Rainius, Rainiaris,
Baron.
Razmop, and Iran.
What names provided by fantasy name generator?
So now D&D Beyond apparently has a thing where it automatically gives you name suggestions from fantasy name generator.
And they're terrible.
Yes.
Yeah,
We're
the name
making
is terrible. Yes. You thought my CN person is terrible consonant combination.
Yeah, no, these are tragic.
I'll worry about those later. I'm tempted to pick up Dust Devil.
Dust what?
Dust Devil.
Oh, good. You can vacuum for us.
Oh, it's better.
I get it.
Ah.
That doesn't make it good.
No, it's not good.
I mean, it's basically like Flaming Sphere, except you do bludgeoning damage and you push people away.
That sounds helpful.
Instead of, running into people and setting them on fire. So
Look, as long as we does this mean that we can take like what we did before with the flaming bear or whatever the fuck it is and have like a tornado like dire wolf or whatever attacking people with illusion spells?
tornado eat what? Dire wolf.
Like just with an illusion spell, whatever.
No,
just
it doesn't have
picked an animal.
conjuration.
I just picked an animal.
I gotta get going, guys. I'm at work. I'll see you later.
Okay, goodbye. I think we're
Have a
basically
good night.
done anyway.
Take care.
Yeah, I think we're basically done with this session.
Yeah, just figuring out stuff for level ups.
Yep.
All right, later.
We're finally done. Me and Fee are finally done.
I'll continue a bit, but
Okay. I didn't realize you
Just-
had more to say. I figured you were done. But okay.
well, I've just been a bit distracted.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'll add in some stuff.
Okay.
Take
Yeah,
it easy, everybody.
this was why I've been
Take
interested.
care.
I think this in particular, like I think Cecilia would have the most interest in this out of everyone else here, given her own background and kind of some of the things that that she does think, or at least we know she thinks. So it'll be interesting. What I am curious about, though, never mind. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm curious if you're going to report things to your boss. Is what I'm saying.
Nah, it's okay.
Okay, it's entirely up to you.
All right. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to get the blur twice per day going.
I mean, it should be an equipment in the thing. You might be able to search for it in your inventory. And
You've got it attuned. You've got it equipped, right?
So you have to make sure to actually go down and attune it, the bottom. If you haven't done that already.
Wait, it's on D&D Beyond. Oh, there we go.
Did you find it?
It says I need a subscription to add it.
What? Your
my-
campaign. You don't need a subscription to add anything.
I'm gonna bring it back.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
No, I'm looking at something else. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Okay.
There we go. Charmed, blinded,
All right.
incapacitated.
Make sure you're logged in.
Yeah.
That's friggin' weird. Okay, I'm gonna be back.
I'm up here.
Well, I'm out.
Goodbye. Have a good night,
Ooh.
everyone. Here's my expense report.
Now there's mischief.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Chosen to two.
Well, that spells a mixed bag.
How's that?
Now there's mischief.
I mean that.
Yeah, the charges for the item are actually on the item. Once you've attuned to it and once you've put it on.
Yeah, I can't. Um,
You have to click on it in your inventory. Here, let me.
I can't add it to my inventory.
You can't.
No, it says I need a subscription to add it to my inventory.
Oh, yeah. In order to put homebrews onto your account, you need to.
But you're shared through my subscription. You don't. You're part of the campaign.
I am,
Yeah.
but I can't. I'm logged in. I'm every.
Late Night Dreamers, combat, content sharing enabled. Do.
Oh, hold on.
Your character. Hold on a second. Manage. I just want to make sure your character setting. Homebrew content needs to be turned on for you to get this into your inventory, and then you can turn it off. Manage inventory, add items, desert. There it is. I click on add to your equipment. It's added to your equipment.
Okay.
Then I'm going to come back to your character settings and turn off Homebrew.
I also need the gauntlets.
Gauntlets. Okay, then I will drop that in here. Gauntlets of Osiris. There we go.
Oh yeah, you have to manage inventory from the character sheet screen rather than the editing.
There you go. They should both be on you. You should be able to attune to them.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yep, it's there. It's got charges.
Right, I'm back.
I can see that now.
Gauntlets have charges. You should be good.
I have no idea what I want to do for that second spell.
Oh, you've got 2 weeks.
Two?
I do.
2 weeks?
He is not here.
Yeah, I'm not here next week.
Ah, right.
Are the rest of us here next week?
I'm here next.
As far as I'm aware.
We're not going anywhere. So.
Yes, we're here next week. Okay.
There we go.
Oh right, yeah. Next week is also Easter, so
I forgot about that.
that may put a wrench in some people's works. Namely Vogue, Chow, Certos, Vesquinox, whatever you want to call them.
Vesquisartos.
There you go.
Clearly, if we have too many people
Circlenox.
out, that'll be the day where we should all load up like Tabletop Simulator or whatever and play a board gaming character.
See, now that you'd almost want to make me join in with.
But you're not going to be here.
This is true. Oh, that doesn't. Oh, yeah. I won't really have access to a computer either. It'd just be my phone.
Can you have Tabletop Simulator on your phone?
I haven't
Nope.
even tried. Probably
No.
not.
Top Simulator is a desktop game.
Damn.
So Cecilia now has Passive Out Trace, just natively from the Trickery Cleric, which is quite nice. He also has a Mirror Image, which will be helpful. I've also prepared a Zone of Truth and Silence. And she now has a 18 AC compared to her 15 before.
Christ, guys.
Question is do I pick Augury and abuse it with Mr. DM? No.
If you accept that it only will work once and then never again. You get one get out of jail free card.
No, I'm surprised I haven't taken Misty Step. Oh yeah, Vortex Warp. It's not.
Is it not a thing?
Oh no. It's the chart is it might be a con save, but the target can choose to fail, which means it's one of those things to where let's
So you
say
can
Texas
teleport an ally.
yes, shield
Ooh.
to their front lines or to their caster.
Or forcibly taking someone who maybe is in trouble and needing them out of the way.
Yes, like Gleb Gleb.
I was not thinking Gleb Gleb, but okay. You're right. That's a good point.
Oh, what's even great is it says another creature you can see within range, which means it's not a self thing. Anyone who is not you.
So you can't just teleport yourself out of the way. I mean, you can
Correct.
see yourself.
Yes, but it says another creature, so
Oh,
specificity there.
damn.
Man, so many spells that I want to buy.
Imagine getting to just buy
So,
spells.
so just in question.
Pregnant
And
wizards being better at everything.